Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic in Howe for half-price shakes after 8 and open until midnight. Home games only.
Where you get great food and a little message for our Howe Bulldog football players. Go Bulldogs, fight, win! It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, an old-school black and white Howe Bulldog. In criminal defense, you need someone who fights like a bulldog. Call me now if you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas. My number is 903-744-4252. We'll set up a free consultation. You will find out that I'm rough, tough, and I can't get enough. I'm board certified in criminal law by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas. Visit my website at shermancriminallawyer.com.
Hey, this is Monty Walker. Nothing in this town is a secret for long, but I've got one for you. I know you know all about Abby's Restaurant's big-time chicken fried steak, but this old bulldog can't get enough of their patty melt and grilled chicken patty melt. Just don't tell him where you heard it. Hey, it's a secret between you and me. Abby's Restaurant is Howe's own small-town, small business, family-owned restaurant in the historic downtown district.
Don't tell anybody about their patty melts, because I want one.
When life is at its most difficult, we surround ourselves with people who are kind, compassionate, and understanding. At Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory, Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins are those people. When tragedy hits, they will work for you and take care of what needs to be done for your loved ones. For more information about their services, visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call them at 903-482-5225. Scoggins Funeral Home. Their loving staff will take care of you and your loved one.
You are invited to the one and only Bucks North Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Bucks North Barbecue. For complete store information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnortbarbecue.com. That's bucksnortbbq.com. Bucks North Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
This is Michael Mosier inviting you to support your local Howe Athletic Booster Club. I may not be able to pronounce Enrique Comlero, but I can tell you that if he played for Howe, he would need your support. Memberships are $25 and are available at all home games. Your membership benefits not just high school programs, but also middle school sports. Please support your hometown kids, even ones that might have a name like Aljundo Nakenstater.
The following is a presentation of Grayson Publishing.
It's time for Howe Bulldogs football on HoweEnterprise.com.
Mason Riggs, toss right side. He's got a good block. He's got a clear lane, and it's touchdown time in Texas. Handoff left side Griffin. He's got the 45. He's got the 40. Dragging him into the 38-yard line.
Howe Bulldogs football is brought to you by Cavender Home Theater, Sonic of Howe, Scoggins Funeral Home, Carrie's Coffee Company.
Zach Hudson, you are a gambling maniac.
Howe Bulldog football is also brought to you in part by Tech Wave, Bucks North Barbecue, Abby's Restaurant, attorney Micah Belden, and the Howe Athletic Booster Club.
So fourth down in Riverboat Gambler time at the 2-yard line. The Bulldog fans are on their feet. Both sides at full throat. 4th and 2. Bills over a defender into the end zone. It's touchdown time in Texas.
Now let's go live to the stadium with Monty Walker and Michael Mosier.
Welcome to Bowie, Texas, over here in Montague County. It's a beautiful AstroTurf surface that we sing tonight, and we got two pretty good football teams and a good match from two really bad losses a week ago. The Howe Bulldogs, of course, 50-12 to Gunner, who are the defending state champions in Class 3A Division II, and it appears from what we saw last week, Michael, that the Gunner Tigers could probably win the state championship again this year, not only in Class 3A Division II, possibly Class 3A Division I, possibly 4A Division II, possibly 4A Division I. They are that talented.
Yes, they are.
But we are done with the game 2. Last year in the same situation, it was a rebound game after Howe lost to Gunner a year ago. Right in Howe last year, it was a flag fest. It was one of those where the officials got paid commission by the flag. they got a $50 base fee and $4 a flag. Hopefully it's not that way tonight, as the Howe Bulldogs looking to get to be more clean and have a crisp game under their new freshman quarterback Kirby Cohealy and their new wing T offense and Michael Hartsfield. A lot of changes for the Howe Bulldogs. We talked about that last week, but a lot of changes. And one thing that you saw last week that maybe not a lot of people noticed was the play of J.C. Helpenstell, the next Helpenstell in line, and he helped himself last week by making a lot of tackles on defense.
Yes, he did. He did a great job. You know, he's got a big shoot. He's filling in for Tim and Mike both, and he's done a great job of it.
Well, let's go over the starting lineups real quick for the Howe Bulldogs. I'll give you the offense, Michael, and you can give us the Bowie defense. How about that?
There you go.
The starting offense for the Howe Bulldogs will be Ty Harvey at wide receiver. Apparently he's okay after the injury a week ago. Last week, 2 catches, 39 yards at 19.5 average. His longest was 30. The left tackle, Jacob Howell, a 6'5", 225 junior. The left guard is Michael Heimel. He is a senior, 5'10", 190. The center, Parker Blunt, a junior, 6'1", 220 pounds. The right guard, Chase Harvey, a senior, 6'1", 240, and a cousin of Ty Harvey. And the right tackle is Clay Marshall, a 6'1", 295-pound senior. And the tight end who caught 2 catches for 35 yards a week ago is big number 89, Devin Porter, 2 catches, 35 yards a week ago. And the quarterback, freshman Kirby Cohealy, last week 4 completions out of 14 attempts, 74 yards and 2 interceptions. And let me give you a little bit of trivia. Last week, 14 passes attempted for Howe was more than the entire non-district schedule a year ago in the slot T. They attempted 12 passes in the first 5 games a year ago, 14 last Friday night. In the fullback position, senior Andrew Griffin, 10 carries and 13 yards last week. And Dylan Moreau, you'll see a lot of him, 10 carries, 35 yards a week ago. Mason Riggs had the big 65-yarder. Other than that, he had 4 carries for 2 yards, but on the night, 5 for 67. We'll also see Cade Courtney, the wingback, tonight. And that is your Howe Bulldogs starting offense, Michael.
Starting defense for Bowie, Hunter Kirkman, senior, 6'3", 230. Silas Carrillo is the right defensive tackle. He's 5'10", 205. Nose guard Justin Bolton, 6 foot, 255, 195. Outside linebacker Andy Fitchner, 6 foot, 175. Dylan Swam is going to be a linebacker, 6 foot, 164. AJ Craddock, 5'9", 155. Joey Crawford, 5'10", 150. Rylan Dorman, 5'10", 160. Free safety Jay Rogers, 5'8", 155. And strong safety Chandler Allison, 6 foot, 165.
The defensive alignment for the Howe Bulldogs, led by the new defensive coordinator, Mike Zagleski. Tonight will be right defensive end Chase Harvey, senior, 6'1", 240. The left defensive end is Cameron Blesseye, a 6'1", 225 junior. The right defensive tackle, Chris Garrison, who had a fumble recovery, a strip and a fumble recovery a week ago. 5'10", 235, and a junior. The left defensive tackle is Dyson Dillard, a junior, 5'11", 220. Inside linebackers, Andrew Griffin, 5'11", 210, senior. And you'll see J.C. Helpenstell, sophomore, 5'11", 175. Dylan Moreau, an outside linebacker, 5'7", 185. Winston Moss coming back. He might have a little hamstring hiccup, but he's expected to be okay. 6 foot, 190, and a senior. Cornerbacks tonight, Cade Courtney, 5'9", 155, a senior, and Chase Barnett, a senior, 5'8", 150. Strong safety, Mason Riggs, a junior, 6'1", 185 pounds, and Ty Harvey, the free safety, a senior, 6'6", 210.
Offense for Bowie, wide receiver Rylan Dorman, left tackle Riley Truex, left guard Oscar Marino, center Zach Hunter Kirkham, Jeffrey Howard, Matthew Wallace, Peyton Price, Jay Rogers, and Dylan Swam.
We're going to check down with our sideline guy, Justin White, who is down there. He is way across the field tonight, and we got a nice-looking turf. I'm not sure if he can even hear us down there or not, but
I got you guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah, take it away.
Man, guys, beautiful Friday night here in Bowie, southwest Montague County. We got a few dedicated fans here that made the hour-and-a-half trip over from Howe. It's about the Bulldog weather report here tonight. It's about 80 degrees, a little slight wind, 3 to 5 miles per hour. Should get down to about the low 70s by the end of the game. Hopefully, I don't think it'll affect too much the kicking game from Callie Vick if we see her this evening. Uniforms for the Bulldogs tonight. They're wearing their white jerseys, black letters and numbers, Bulldogs written across the front in white pants with a black stripe along the side, with a black helmet and the white silver Bulldog helmet along the side there. This you talk about the field here. Yeah, it's nice. I guess it's artificial turf or natural
Astroplay. Yeah,
yeah, whatever. Yeah, the Astroplay is that what you call it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so looks nice here. They got a softball field and a baseball field behind the visitor stands. A tennis complex back behind the home stand. Looked on the little plaque out front. It was built back in 2009. So beautiful facilities here in Bowie.
All right, thank you, Justin. This is absolutely gorgeous, especially for a 3A facility. There's a lot of money over here.
Yes, there is.
There's something going on in this town. There's a lot of money being spent on these athletic facilities. There must have been a really nice bond package.
That's right.
Speaking of bonds, for everyone who is listening right now, you might want to think about a November 7 election, a school bond that'll be taking place in Howe. It is not for athletic facilities. It is for the little kids of Howe that need a new school because they're having lunch from 10 o'clock in the morning till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That's not a good situation, so a new school is being needed, and Bulldogs for Bulldogs are promoting that, and you might check them out on Facebook, Bulldogs for Bulldogs. It's a $17 million bond package that includes 4 grade levels, pre-K, kindergarten, first grade, and second grade. So quite a nice little package that they've put together over there. Hopefully for the city of Howe, we'll see that thing go through for our kids.
Yeah, and it's a good thing. And if you have questions, we have a meeting in the Howe Elementary School cafeteria. So come join us and ask your questions if you got questions.
So back to football, and we've seen the uniforms and pregame of the Howe Bulldogs. What we caught a glimpse of earlier is the Bowie Jackrabbits, and they have a brand new helmet they're displaying for the first time tonight. It is shiny, and I mean very shiny. You could actually look into the helmet like a mirror and probably trim your beard, trim your mustache.
Should I fix my hair?
Well, yeah. I don't know. Yours might have more of a reflection than those helmets. I don't know.
There you go. There you go.
Hey, we're going to take a quick timeout. We'll come back and start with our pregame show with more info on the Howe and Bowie matchup. We'll be back right after this on HoweEnterprise.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
Calling all fans to come down to the Sonic in Howe for half-price shakes after 8 and home games only.
Where you get great food and big smiles, and a little message for our Howe Bulldog football players. Go Bulldogs, fight Bulldogs, win, win, win. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, an old-school black and white Howe Bulldog. In criminal defense, you need someone who fights like a bulldog. Call me now if you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas. My number is 903-744-4252. We'll set up a free consultation. You will find out that I'm rough, tough, and I can't get enough. I'm board certified in criminal law by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas. Visit my website at shermancriminallawyer.com.
Hey, this is Monty Walker. Nothing in this town is a secret for long, but I've got one for you. I know you know all about Abby's Restaurant's Big Time Chicken Fried Steak, but this old bulldog can't get enough of their patty melt and grilled chicken patty melt. Just don't tell them where you heard it. Hey, it's a secret between you and me. Abby's Restaurant is Howe's own small town, small business, family-owned restaurant in the historic downtown district.
Don't tell anybody about their patty melts, because I want one.
When life is at its most difficult, we surround ourselves with people who are kind, compassionate, and understanding. At Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory, Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins are those people. When tragedy hits, they will work for you and take care of what needs to be done for your loved ones. For more information about their services, visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call them at 903-482-5225. Scoggins Funeral Home. Their loving staff will take care of you and your loved ones.
Welcome back. We are in Bowie in the pregame show. We got about nearly 17 minutes to go before the kickoff. The officials for tonight's game, David McBride, he's the referee. David Wolf is the back judge. Rick Millahan is the line judge. Philip Robertson, the umpire, and Michael Pretty is the head linesman. And I don't remember the officials from a year ago. I'm hoping it's a different crew than what we had a year ago with those, I believe it was 30 penalty flags.
Maybe they got their exercise last year. And they needed it.
So this is the second ever matchup with Howe and Bowie. Last year was the first, of course, and it was a 38-13 win at Howe. That was some flag fest, if we remember. The Jackrabbits are 0-1 after losing to Aubrey a week ago, 45-0. Tonight is their first home game of the season, and it is a beautiful facility over here, and they've already got their tunnel ready, and they are ready to go. Howe is 0-1 after losing to defending state champion Gunner on Friday night. The Dogs have been 0-1 in each of the last two seasons versus Gunner. Prior to that, it had been since 2012 for Howe to lose the opening game of a season, and that was a 49-13 loss at home to Lindsay. Gunner's 50 points were the most of any that Howe has allowed on an opening night since 1992, when Van Alstyne, of all people, scored 71, and they beat Howe 71-20 at Bulldog Stadium to open the season in 1992. Howe's 12 points scored last week was the least amount scored in a season opener since 2013 in Zach Hudson's first year. That year, Howe scored 8 against Lindsay. Freshman quarterback Kirby Cohealy, we talked about this a moment ago. He attempted, let's call it 13 official passes a week ago. Howe attempted 12 passes in the first 5 games, and all of non-district a year ago. So Mr. Cohealy surpassed that amount in just one game against Gunner. On this date in Howe Bulldog history, Howe is 7-2 on games played on September the 8th. They got a win at Gunner in 1960. They lost to Van Alstyne in 1961, beat Bells in 67, beat Anna 13-12 in a barn burner in 1972, beat Pottsboro 21-0 in 1978, lost at Cooper, and I was in that game, 1989. That was a heartbreaker right at the end. We are going to let you listen to the prayer.
Please be with each team and have a safe game as we both compete in this event. Thank you for the bands, for the fans, and the cheerleaders from each town. Let us all be one and learn from this game. Thank you for letting us have this opportunity to be together. In God's name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Baxter. Please remain standing. We'll have the playing of the school song.
So they're about to play the Bowie school song. We'll finish up our notes during that and get back to the national anthem in a moment. But in 1989, that game, Cooper was ranked 8th. That was the opening game of the season, and they had Bam Morris, a guy who would go on to play for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Right.
Howe was up at the end of the game, about to punch it in and seal the deal with 8 seconds left to go, and the Bulldogs fumbled at the 2-yard line. Cooper got the ball, took a knee. That was it. 24-22, a heartbreaker over in Cooper, Texas in 1989 to start the season.
Yeah, that's a heartbreaker.
Howe would eventually go on 3-round playoffs that year, so all was avenged. Howe won also on this date back in 1995, 34-6 at Whitesboro, and Howe won at Princeton 28-7 in 2000. And in 2006, the last game that was played on September the 8th, Howe won at Gainesville State School in 2006, 15-6. Now, there could be some history tonight. If the Bulldogs win, Zach Hudson will get his 30th win in school history. So that would push him ahead of Buck Smith, who has 29, and Zach Hudson would now be 4th all-time on the Howe Bulldogs coaching list for wins. Currently standing with a record of 29-20. That is a winning percentage of .592. So this could be a little bit of a monumentous night for Zach Hudson. Of course, he don't care about 4th.
Right.
I'm sure he wants to be 1st.
That's right. You know, this
knowing Zach Hudson, he really doesn't care about any of that. He just wants to win football games.
Win football games. And you know, I'm excited. I think this will be a better game this week. Not take anything away from last week, but you know, we said it numerous times. When you play the state champions, you get what you get. But I think this will be a good ball game tonight.
I think it should. I think we should have a little bit cleaner aspect of, you know, I think tonight's the night you'll really see, you know, what Kirby Coe-Healy can do in a situation where you don't have so much speed on the field. Nobody's nobody's going to be able to do much against Gunner. Let's just face it.
Yeah, and you know, Coach Hudson, we've known him long enough, you know, just in his time here, that you know, he doesn't get down. It's one game. You know, it's one game. He'll build off of that, and you know, the Bulldogs will come out and do what they do.
It's going to be a fun one tonight. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back right after this.
You are invited to the one and only Bucks North Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Bucks North Barbecue. For complete store information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnorthbarbecue.com. That's bucksnorthbbq.com. Bucks North Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
This is Michael Mosier inviting you to support your local Howe Athletic Booster Club. I may not be able to pronounce Enrique Comlero, but I can tell you that if he played for Howe, he would need your support. Memberships are $25 and are available at all home games. Your membership benefits not just high school programs, but also middle school sports. Please support your hometown kids, even ones that might have a name like Aljundo Dankenstater.
Carrie's Coffee Co. in historic downtown Van Alstyne, next to the post office, is the #1 coffee shop hotspot, serving Bulldogs, Panthers, and mascots everywhere. Carrie's Coffee Co. offers a variety of organic coffee and non-coffee beverages. Come visit Carrie's Coffee Co. in downtown Van Alstyne, next to the post office. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Carrie's Coffee Co. is Texas quality.
Alexa, turn to HGTV.
Tuning to HGTV on Dish. This is Fixer Upper.
It may be a gadget, but it sure is fun. You can change channels and search movie titles easier than ever with Alexa. The best part? It's free from Cavender Home Theater. Alexa, why wouldn't everybody have Dish from Cavender's?
I don't know that one.
Don't be left out. Call Cavender Home Theater today or go to cavendertv.com.
Welcome back to Bowie, Texas, in Montague County.
Montague County.
Montague County
Well,
over here.
There's some big deer in Montague.
Not
County.
Montague, huh?
Not Montague.
Montague.
Yeah, don't let them let you hear. You know, they don't want to. Yeah, don't tell those people here.
There's
they
some
might
big
jump
deer.
you.
There's some big deer in Montague County.
There is some big deer over here.
So be
you know
safe
what?
going home.
You know, it's not very far from here. And it's so tempting to drive by over in Munster and stop over there and get some sausage.
Wow. Yeah.
You know, we'll be in Munster a week from now, and I will bring my cooler, and they're going to be out of sausage by the time I leave town.
Yeah, that's a good place to go.
Well, it's going to be a fun night tonight. Here come the Bulldogs, just about ready to go through the tunnel. They have entered the tunnel, and we'll watch them go out. The smoke is being lit. Here we go. We're just about ready to hear the horns and the sights and the sounds of the Howe Bulldogs on the far side coming through the tunnel. And this field runs north and south. They will be running north from that end zone. The cheerleaders are out in front forming a victory line, and here they come. Clay Marshall and Andrew Griffin lead the charge, carrying the flags. And the Howe Bulldogs. The Howe Bulldogs and now the Jackrabbits have come out on the field. As I believe Justin has lost us, so we might check our FM transmitter out there, Stephen. So we're just about ready for the coin toss. And I know that the captains will be coming out, and Justin White will be he'll have his mic in there with the officials. He's kind of roaming the sidelines right now. Again, the captains for Howe. It looks like it's going to be Clay Marshall, Devin Porter, Chase Harvey, Andrew Griffin. And I believe that's it. And the silver helmet Bowie Jackrabbits are making their way back on the field as they ran all the way down to the north end zone and are now coming back. Again, Howe is on the very far sideline, and we're at not as steep as home, or we're about as steep as home, but we're a little bit further away as the bleachers are more at an angle.
Right.
More bleachers here in Bowie, so we're a little bit further away. And I believe Justin White's going to be down there in the captain's huddle, so he's making his way, and we'll hear the coin toss here in just a moment. Again, Andrew, Chase Harvey, Devin Porter, and Clay Marshall are the captains, and they are shaking hands right now at midfield with the Bowie Jackrabbits. We'll listen to Justin White.
Number 70, Justin Bolton. Number 72, Riley Truax.
Keep control of your teams, all right? Now you're the visitor. We got a coin here. It's heads and tails. Heads and tails. You're the visiting captain. You're going to make the coin toss. You tell me what your choice is. Heads. Heads. What do you say?
Clay Marshall called heads.
All right, we're going to flip it. We're going to let it hit the ground, okay? And it is. You want to receive the ball. You want to defend the scoreboard? All right. Flip around that way. I'll come this way.
And it appears Bowie has won the toss. They've elected to receive. And the Howe Bulldogs will be kicking off and defending the north end zone, moving left to right. Bowie will be going from right to left, conversely, to start this football game. We're just about ready for the national anthem, as both teams now taking their helmets off, facing the flag, which is the north end zone. And we'll let you listen to the Bowie Jackrabbit Band as they'll bring you our national anthem. And it is football time in Texas. Bowie, Texas, to be exact. Montague County. And we're just about ready for Howe to bring their kickoff team onto the field. They'll be kicking first to Bowie, who will be defending the south end zone, moving right to left from our vantage point to start this football game. And hopefully Justin is able to hear us now. We've made some adjustments down there, and not sure just yet, but we'll have to check with him and see here in just a few moments as the kickoff return team comes on for Bowie, and back deep will be Joey Crawford, along with Jay Rogers to return this kick. That's going to be Kirby Cohealy will be kicking it off for the Howe Bulldogs. Again, not much of a breeze at all. A beautiful night. We'd almost like to be outside tonight, Michael.
Oh, I know. I like those outside games.
All right, it's a beautiful night in Bowie, Texas for some Texas high school football.
And Cohealy just about ready to boot this one away. He's 7 yards deep away from the ball, runs towards it. That's going to be offsides. And it's a short kick going to be taken at the 20. Breaking a tackle is Joey Crawford, and he'll pass the 40-yard line to the 41. No flag.
Yeah, it's on the far side.
Okay.
Andrew Griffin made the stop, but I believe also Andrew Griffin may have been offside.
It was about the third guy to the right of Cohealy, who went just a little bit early. So instead of spotting the ball at the 41, looks like they may move it up 5 yards. And we'll check and see where Bowie will start from. It appears it'll be the 46-yard line, just short of midfield, as this game is just underway. And Bowie will send 3 receivers to the near side, including the slot. A shotgun formation with 1 back to the right of the quarterback. And this is going to be a quarterback keeper right up the middle over left guard. And that's going to be Matthew Wallace, the quarterback, 6'3", 195 pounds, gained about 6 yards to the 48-yard line.
Dylan Moreau and J.C. Heppenstall in on the stop for the Bulldogs.
Now in Howe territory at the 48. Again, moving right to left. 2 receivers to the right. Low snap has to be picked up by Wallace, and he's hit immediately as soon as he picks it up in the backfield. That's the bad thing about running shotgun, is that if there's a bad snap, by the time you pick it up, the defense is right there. And it looked like it was going to be a loss, but Wallace fought forward and somehow picked up a yard, and it's going to be 3rd and short from the 47.
Yeah, that was good penetration by the Bulldog front. Dyson Dillard was the made first contact.
The shiny helmets and all. Now we're seeing 2 slots. There is 1 man in the backfield, and still 2 slots. 2 receivers near side, goes in motion. And this is going to be a hand up. Wallace is going to keep it up the middle. It's going to be short of the first down. And so Sagleski is jumping up and down as he is happy his defense has held. It'll be 4th and short, and it appears it might be time for Bowie. And there's a fumble.
It looked like Kate Courtney may have come up with that fumble. Again, the Bulldog front made a good penetration. Dyson Dillard made contact initially and may have caused the fumble.
A week ago against Aubrey, the Jackrabbits fumbled 7 times and lost 3 of them, and there's 1 already tonight. So Howe will take over with 10:45 on the clock, and they'll spot the ball at the 44-yard line, at their own 44. From the pistol, and this is going to be Dylan Moreau around the left side. Met at the line of scrimmage, fights forward for a few yards, maybe 3, up to the 46-yard line. Let's not give him 2 yards.
Andrew Fitchner and A.J. Craddock in on the stop for the Bowie Jackrabbits.
They're actually going to give him the 47, so maybe 3 on the carry for Moreau. So it'll be 2nd down and 7 coming up, 10:17 on the clock. No score just underway here in Bowie, Texas on a beautiful night. Ty Harvey coming split out wide to the near side. Howe moving left to right. 2 men in the backfield, Riggs, and he'll get the hand coming near side on the buck sweep. He'll cross the 50 and be hit hard, knocked down at the 48-yard line, just shy of the first down on the Bowie side of the field at the 47-yard line.
Joey Crawford made the stop for the Jackrabbits after a good gain, good seal off on this end here, and great downfield block by Ty Harvey.
Give Riggs 6 yards on the carry, and that'll set up 3rd and 1, 9:35 on the clock and rolling. A big play here early in Bowie, Texas, as the Dogs need to convert. A year ago, it would have been smash and slam with 2 plays left. Right now, there's a passing option, and Ty Harvey is split out wide up at the top to the left side. This is going to be a toss. Andrew Griffin, first down and more, cuts it up to the near side across the 40 to the 38-yard line. move those chains. They'll spot him at the 38.
J.C. Hippenstall and Devin Porter making tremendous blocks downfield.
A 9-yard gain for Griffin, his first carry of the night. And Howe inside Bowie territory at the 39.
Hunter Kirkman and Jay Rogers in on the stop for the Bowie Jackrabbits.
Actually give Griffin 8 because they'll spot it at the 39-yard line. And Harvey will be split out wide at the top again. 2 men in the backfield. Pistol look for Cohealy. And this will be a handoff to Riggs, who's met in the backfield. No, it's the first man through Griffin. It was a great fake by Cohealy. Gave it to the first man through. Faked it to Riggs, who I thought had it.
Yeah, great seal block by the center, Clay Marshall. Sealed off that edge under a good running lane.
2 carries for 13 yards so far for Mason Riggs. 8:24 on the clock as Moreau checks in. And Cameron Blesseye checks out, I believe. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Second down and a short 3 coming up. Griffin, the only man in the backfield. Riggs is the wing, and now he'll bump back in motion. Cohealy wants to throw his first pass of the night down the field, and it was intended for Moreau. It'll be incomplete at about the 21-yard line.
Pass broken up by Ryan Dorman.
So third down, and I said a short 3. It's kind of a long 3 for a first down, as the ball is at the 32 with the nose of the football touching the stripe of the 32-yard line. Sixth play of the drive coming up for Howe, which started at the Bowie 44-yard, or at their own 44-yard line, rather. One man in the backfield is Griffin right behind Cohealy in the pistol, and Cohealy's going to keep it himself right over the left guard. He's got the first down and more. A tough run for a first down to the 23-yard line.
Great blocking by Mason Riggs. Tackle made by Andy Fitzer.
You needed about 3. You got 9 from Cohealy. And I tell you what, that was a we've seen a quarterback in Pottsboro run like that recently, and by all from people that we've talked to, Cohealy can be that kind of runner. 2 men in the backfield here on 1st and 10 for Howe. Cohealy is going to turn and hand to Griffin, maybe 1, maybe 2, and now a flag. Our first penalty of the night, as Griffin got just shy of the 20-yard line to the 21, so it would have been a gain of 2. We're going to check the flag here, and maybe Justin got a chance to and we're still having communication problems with our sideline personnel. So still a discussion about the penalty here. It's going to be against Howe. They're going to move the ball back. Apparently, no, they're going to wave it off. So the ball spotted at the 21-yard line, a gain of 2 for Andrew Griffin. He now has 2 carries for 10 yards.
Second down, following the jack at the 21-yard line.
So Howe will break the huddle on 2nd down and 8 coming up, 7:10 on the clock. Griffin, and now Riggs goes in motion. This is going to be a toss left side. Riggs trying to find the outside corner, stiff arms a man down, goes out of bounds at the 16-yard line, and another flag has hit the field now, and we'll see if we're going to have the commission officials tonight. It's going to be a hold, Stephen Braswell says.
Flag on the play.
Our spotter is correct. It is a hold against Howe, and that one will come back. Spot foul. We'll see where it took place, whether it was inside the line of scrimmage. And they're going to mark it from the line of scrimmage, so it must have taken place there. So instead of the ball being at the 21, it'll now be spotted at the 31 on the 8th play of the drive coming up.
The ball spotted at the 31-yard line.
6:59 on the first quarter clock. No score here in Bowie. And the Bulldogs break the huddle. Ty Harvey comes near side, split out wide to the right. Everybody else bunched together with two wings, and Griffin in the backfield. Riggs goes in motion. This is going to be a handoff to Griffin right up the middle, and he'll get maybe a yards up to the 26-yard line.
Great penetration by Clay Marshall and Harvey.
That's his third carry for 15 yards now for Andrew Griffin.
Dylan Swam in on the stop for Bowie.
So a couple of exchanges here on the off-field. Blesseye checks out. Moreau checks out. Harvey checks out. And we got another penalty.
I don't know. I didn't see anything.
Well, they're going to spot the ball right now at the 31-yard line. So, wow, it's getting sloppy.
And spotter Stephen Braswell said it was a chop block on the far side.
Well, that's a big one. We'll see where this one goes. And now you're going to get to see the arm of Cohealy, more than likely. Right now it's second down, and they're going to move the ball way on back to the 41-yard line. That's a big penalty.
Yes, it was.
So now Howe has got to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and a 27 yards, 28 yards for a first. And a timeout has been called by Howe. We'll take one, too, real quick. Back in a moment with more Howe Bulldogs football.
Calling all Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic in Howe for half-price shakes after 8 and open until midnight. Home games only.
Where you get great food and big smiles, and a little message for our Howe Bulldog football players. Go Bulldogs, fight Bulldogs, win, win, win. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, an old-school black and white Howe Bulldog. In criminal defense, you need someone who fights like a bulldog. Call me now if you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas. My number is 903-744-4252. We'll set up a free consultation. You will find out that I'm rough, tough, and I can't get enough. I'm board certified in criminal law by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas. Visit my website at shermancriminallawyer.com.
Hey, this is
Cohealy will hand off left side, and I believe that's Riggs.
Cameron Blesseye, I think, Monty.
Yeah, you're right. Blesseye will move the ball way up to about the 33-yard line.
Good block from Clay Marshall.
8-yard gain there for Blesseye, his first carry of the night. So third still and a very long way, about 20. Again, Howe moving left to right. Riggs will be at the far wing, and Moreau at the near wing with Griffin in the backfield. Cohealy in the pistol, looking to throw. He's got Ty Harvey. He makes the catch. He makes one man miss, and he's going to go out of bounds to set up a short first down situation at about the 18-yard line.
Andy Fitzner in on the stop for, and that's a good option now. Now we got a quarterback, and that pass to Harvey is there.
A 15-yard pass and catch from Cohealy to Harvey sets up a 4th and 6 inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. So we'll call it 14 since they spotted it at the 19. And Cohealy hands off, right side. Griffin barrels his way through, and I believe he's got a first down at the 11-yard line. They are going to move the sticks, and they'll spot it at the 12.
Looked like Andrew followed J.C. Heppenstall in through the hole. A.J. Craddock made the stomp for Bowie.
So a first down and a fresh set of downs for Howe with 5:38 rolling here in the first quarter, looking to punch it in, knocking on the Bowie door here at the 12-yard line. Cohealy in the pistol, 2 men in the backfield, handoff, right side Griffin. He's got the 10, but flipped over right at the 10, a gain of 2.
Making the stop number 27 for the Jackrabbits.
Dylan Swam in on the stop for Bowie.
Pick up a few yards on the play.
5 carries, 23 yards so far for Griffin. As second down and 8 coming up. Awaiting the play to be delivered in by Michael Hartsfield, the new offensive coordinator, and the Bulldogs turn. They get in the huddle. They're about 3 yards off the ball in the huddle. A very short huddle. And 2 men in the backfield. Riggs and Griffin. And Cohealy turns, toss. Griffin to the 10 and knocked down at about the 6 or 7 yard line. Still a gain of maybe 2 or 3. And they'll spot him at the 7, so give Griffin another 3 yards.
You know, these Bulldogs are blocking good block down.
Again, third down and short, 3rd and 4 for Howe. And a year ago, you knew you had 2 plays.
Right.
You had to get 4 yards in 2 plays. This year, it's a different set of coaches.
Right.
You don't know. We're still trying to feel it out. So a big situation here as Ty Harvey splits out wide left on 3rd down, 3rd and 4 from the Bowie 7-yard line. Throwing it in the end zone. Ty Harvey goes up. That's too easy. It's touchdown time in Texas. Cohealy to Harvey, and it was just a jump ball. And it was wide open in the far side corner of the end zone, and here comes Callie Vick for a moment, and now she checks off the field as they're going to run the swinging gate. We'll see what happens here. And now Vick will come on as they fake the swinging gate. Cohealy now will hold instead of Hunter Cheatham. Vick trying for her first points as a varsity player. This one is up. It looks good, and it is Callie Vick with her first points for the Howe Bulldogs. And Howe takes a 7-0 lead with 3:50 left to go here in the first quarter at Bowie, Texas. We'll be back right after this.
It's Monty Walker. Nothing in this town is a secret for long, but I've got one for you. I know you know all about Abby's Restaurant's Big Time Chicken Fried Steak, but this old bulldog can't get enough of their patty melt and grilled chicken patty melt. Just don't tell them where you heard it. Hey, it's a secret between you and me. Abby's Restaurant is Howe's own small town, small business, family-owned restaurant in the historic downtown district.
Don't tell anybody about their patty melts, because I want one.
When life is at its most difficult, we surround ourselves with people who are kind, compassionate, and understanding. At Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory, Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins are those people. When tragedy hits, they will work for you and take care of what needs to be done for your loved ones. For more information about their services, visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call them at 903-482-5225. Scoggins Funeral Home. Their loving staff will take care of you and your loved ones.
Jay Rogers.
Welcome back as we're trying to communicate with our sideline guy down there, Justin White. And as soon as we have a report from him, we'll let him pop on. As Howe's going to be kicking off now, leading 7-0. Ooh, hey, change the scoreboard.
Change the scoreboard.
All right, here we go. And this is going to be kind of a squib kick to the 35-yard line, and that's where it'll be downed by Peyton Price from the Bowie Jackrabbits, and they will start now from their own 35-yard line with 3:50 on the clock. Again, we're trying to make communication with our sideline guy, Justin White. We'll have him there here in just a moment. First down and 10. Now Bowie moving right to left in their very shiny helmets. And this will be a handoff. And now a reverse coming near side. And that's going to be Jeffrey Howard. And he'll be cooked near midfield after a first down and about a 13-yard run to the 48-yard line.
Run out of bounds by Chase Barnett.
So already some trickery from the Bowie Jackrabbits after they're trailing here 7-0. They ran the reverse It was tossed to Peyton Price, who reversed it back to Jeffrey Howard coming near side. And this is going to be Wallace, and he's met in the backfield. Cameron Blesseye, and about a 2-yard loss.
Good penetration up front by the Bulldogs.
So that'll be a yard loss back to the 47-yard line. And quickly it's second down and 11, 3:23 on the clock. Moving right to left are the Bowie Jackrabbits. Wallace in shotgun, movement up front, going deep down the left side, incomplete. Couldn't hit his receiver, Ryan Dorman, because he was covered over there by Chase Barnett. And the ball was thrown a little bit out of bounds. So third down and 11 here. And Wallace going to roll out right side, looking for a block. And throwing deep down the field on a wide open Peyton Price at the 20-yard line is finally going to be brought down inside the 10 at about the 7-yard line.
Cade Courtney run him out of bounds.
That was almost a great play on the left edge from the left defensive end. But the blocker, Peyton Price, made a good enough block to get the ball down the field for Wallace. And that sets up Bowie in great shape inside the 10 at the, well, they're going to call it the 8-yard line. It looks more like the 7 here. And this is going to be Wallace keeping it over right tackle. He's in, and that is the first points of the year for the Bowie Jackrabbits as they stick it in from 7 yards out, 2:58 on the clock. Peyton Price with the big catch on that drive. And trying for the 2-point conversion is Bowie. And they'll try to gain the lead here. Wallace wants to throw the throwback pass in the end zone. 2-point conversion is successful. And now all of a sudden Bowie takes the lead with 2:58 here left to go in the first quarter. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back in just a moment.
You are invited to the one and only Bucks Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Bucks North Barbecue. For complete store information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnorthbarbecue.com. That's bucksnorthbbq.com. Bucks North Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
This is Michael Mosier inviting you to support your local Howe Athletic Booster Club. I may not be able to pronounce Enrique Comlero, but I can tell you that if he played for Howe, he would need your support. Memberships are $25 and are available at all home games. Your membership benefits not just high school programs, but also middle school sports. Please support your hometown kids, even ones that might have a name like Aljundo Dankenstater.
Welcome back to Bowie, where Jackrabbits have taken the lead 8-7 very quickly here. It was a very big play from the 47 to the 7. So that is math, Michael. That is 54, 46 yards.
46 yards.
46-yard pass and catch. And here's a squib kick. It's going to be called for and caught
by Austin Lee.
And that sets up Howe at the 42-yard line, I believe, at their own 42-yard line.
Guys, we're going to do radio by Braille here. I cannot hear y'all, but I see that y'all can hear me. Real quick, I'll add on that last extra point there by Callie Vick. You should have heard the crowd behind us and the sideline supporting her. And you saw so many fist pumps on the sidelines when that ball went up to the upright. So a lot of support.
That's great. Absolutely great. And you knew that was taking place over there. First down and 10, left to right. Howe Bulldogs, 2 men in the backfield. Cohealy gets it. He kind of runs into Dylan Moreau for a moment. They bump into each other on the handoff, and that caused a little bit of a disaster. There's no gain on the play. It kind of stalled the play. It wasn't a disaster, but it stalled the play out a little bit. And it'll be second down and 10 coming up after
Hunter Kirkle made the stop for Bowie. Good penetration on the play for Bowie.
Second down and 10. 2:23 on the first quarter clock. Harvey split out wide up at the top. Cohealy looks that way, but it's going to hand off to the first man through. And actually, no, he gives to Mason Riggs around the edge, and that was another great play fake up the middle, and that one's going to be good for about 5 yards. But I heard a whistle.
Yeah, got a flag at 35.
So that may negate the 5 yards that Riggs just obtained. Would have set up a 3rd and 5. Let's check and see what it is. Holding against Howe. And I'll tell you what, those kind of penalties can stall out a football game, especially early in a football game.
Yes, they can. That's not what we want to see.
So a spot foul will take it back to the 32-yard line. So it'll still be second down. The only saving grace is the non-loss of down on those holding penalties. Riggs in the wing, and Cohealy looks to roll and throw on the run and misses Harvey, incomplete. Looking at him at about the 42-yard line.
Plenty of protection up front. Just threw him a little high.
Cohealy now 2 out of 2 on the night, or 2 out of 4 rather on the night, with 22 yards and a touchdown. Third down and 20 coming up for Howe, left to right. Radio by Braille. I like
Radio
that.
by Braille. That is a good one.
Harvey near side. Everybody else tight with 2 wings. Griffin in the backfield all alone, stands right behind the pistol, Cohealy. Now a man in motion is Riggs. He gets the toss, moving left, a fumble on the play. Bowie has it, trying to advance it. They pick it up, and the officials blow it dead as the Bowie Jackrabbit picked it up and had his knee on the ground at the 25-yard line, and a turnover for Howe deep in Bowie territory, and that is costly. Or deep in their own territory, and that's costly.
Yeah, Christian Sanchez come up with the ball. It just looked like it might have been a short toss.
So Riggs and Cohealy combined there for the fumble. And boy, I tell you what, this could change the game around quickly as Wallace wants to throw under pressure, throws it deep across the middle, wide open in the end zone and out of the outstretched arms of the intended receiver, Peyton Price, as he was wide open, but it was just off his fingertips and incomplete. So the ball, which was at the 25, will remain there after the incomplete pass. Second down and 10, right to left, only 25 yards away from that end zone. 1:44 on the clock. Wallace throws a screen out pass, and nowhere to go is dancing, and now he dances his way for a few yards. And that again is Peyton Price, and he'll fight his way to about the 13-yard line. Close to, not enough, a couple of yards shy. I said the 13. I mean,
great contact by the Bulldogs, but it's going to wrap up.
17 yards away from pay dirt, but 3rd and 3 and a long 3 coming up for Bowie. And the Bulldogs are going to have to step it up right here on D. One man in the backfield, Wallace in the gun, and he is going to keep it over left tackle. Met at the line of scrimmage. He's still fighting, and it's going to be close. He surges forward to the 15-yard line. The line judge is running right up that line, and it appears it's going to be a first down as they move the sticks at the 15.
Yeah, it met hard there in that hole by J.C. Heppenstall.
So a new set of downs for Bowie, moving right to left, leading this football game 8-7. And I'm not sure many people thought that would happen or be in this situation, but it is early. Again, both teams pounded a week ago. Bowie was pounded by Aubrey. And here is a handoff up the middle. And fighting forward is Jay Rogers. And He just keeps surging for about 2 or 3 yards. He'll spot it at the 14.
Good contact by J.C. Heppenstall and Dyson Dillard come in and finished him off.
Well, I guess my eyes are a little bad because I thought he got 3 or 4 yards there, but he only got 1. So they'll spot it at the 14-yard line. 3 seconds, and that's going to be the last play of the first quarter. 8-7, Bowie in the lead. It has been a little bit sloppy so far. Maybe the second quarter will be a little bit better. We'll be back right after this.
Carrie's Coffee Co. in historic downtown Van Alstyne next to the post office is the #1 coffee shop hotspot serving Bulldogs, Panthers, and mascots everywhere. Carrie's Coffee Co. offers a variety of organic coffee and non-coffee beverages. Come visit Carrie's Coffee Co. in downtown Van Alstyne next to the post office. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Carrie's Coffee Co. is Texas quality.
Cavender Home Theater has the latest from Dish. New customers get free movies and HBO. Get the multi-sports pack with NFL Red Zone free and the Amazon free. Existing customers can get the Alexa free too. Just refer a friend to Cavender Home Theater and we'll make sure you get one. Our Hopper 3 has 16 tuners, picture-in-picture with 4 screens, 2 terabyte hard drive, and voice control with Alexa. Cable can't do that. DirecTV can't do that. Come by our showroom or visit CavenderTV.com today.
Welcome back as we're just about ready for the second quarter. And we're still trying to figure out a way to talk to Justin, and I'll tell you what, I might have an answer here. I might just call him. Wallace in the gun, and he's going to fake the hand, wants to throw under pressure, and it's going to be caught right at about the 4-yard line, or I'm sorry, about the 7-yard line. I thought that ball was going to be picked off as he threw it right in the herd of about 4 white jerseys, but somehow the catch was made.
And he got hard to the ground after that pass, or right about the time he got that off by J.C. Heppenstall.
7-yard pass and catch. And we'll bring up 3rd and 3 from the Howe 7-yard line. Wallace throws the screen pass out. It's going to be caught, fighting his way, and it's going to be brought down inside the 5 at about the 4 on the near side.
Good stop by Austin Lee and Cade Courtney.
The Tech Wave drive for Howe a moment ago was 14 plays and 56 yards. And that's not including penalty. That's a true 14-play drive. That's very impressive. 11-16 on the clock, second quarter. And again, Bowie leading 8-7, trying to punch it in here and have a first down at the 4-yard line. So 1st and goal. Wallace in the gun from the 4. And he's going to try to run it in himself over the right side. He's hit at the 5. Falls back forward to the line of scrimmage. But Austin Lee was there, and Andrew Griffin was right there to make sure that the Bowie Jackrabbits had a 2nd down and goal coming up. They'll spot the ball just inside the 5. Wallace fakes the hand. He wants to run again. Jumps right over the middle, has some room, and I believe he is in. Touchdown, Bowie. Wallace on his 2nd quarterback keeper of the night. And we'll see if they line up and go as they did a moment ago. For the moment, it is 14. And we'll see if they try to make it 16 right here. Man in motion. Wallace is going to hand. Coming to the near side and stop dead in his tracks is Jeffrey Howard. And the 2-point attempt is unsuccessful. And it remains 14-7 with 10:37 left to go here in the second. Back in a moment from Bowie, Texas.
Calling all Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic in Howe for half-price shakes after 8 and open until midnight. Home games only.
where you get great food and big smiles, and a little message for our Howe Bulldog football players. Go Bulldogs, fight Bulldogs, win, win, win. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, an old-school black and white Howe Bulldog. In criminal defense, you need someone who fights like a bulldog. Call me now if you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas. My number is 903-744-4252. We'll set up a free consultation. You will find out that I'm rough, tough, and I can't get enough. I'm board certified in criminal law by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas. Visit my website at shermancriminallawyer.com.
Hey,
Welcome back to Bowie, Texas. We're going to try to talk to Justin White here. We'll drive up for us as the Bowie Jackrabbits come on the field, moving left to right, the kickoff team, and Justin can pop on whenever and just kind of give us a recap. Silver helmets and all, leading 14-7 here. The Bowie Jackrabbits over Howe. Here's the kick. It's going to be a high kick. Fair catch called for at the 33-yard line by Devin Porter, and that's where Howe will set up shop, start moving right to left here in the second quarter for the first time.
Monty, looks like Jeffrey Howard may have been shaken up a little bit on that last extra point attempt. He come off to the sideline here. He's been kind of taking a knee since.
Well, he was the young man who attempted the two-point conversion on the reverse and was stopped. So here's Howe moving right to left, 10:36 on the clock. 2 men in the, including Moreau. And now Cohealy wants to throw on the run. He's got it caught. Ball's on the turf. And it looks like Bowie has recovered again at the 40-yard line. Another fumble, this time Devin Porter on the Bowie side at the 41-yard line.
Fumble was recovered by Joey Crawford. Looked like that man just ripped it out of his hand as they were trying to bring him down.
So it'll go as a pass and catch to the 41, which will be math. Let me try to figure that one out. Let's see, we're going from the 34 to the 41, 70, about 25 yards.
Guys, real quick, 85, Ty Harvey came to the sideline just a little gimpy right now. Let's see what happens with him.
All right, thank you, Justin. First down and 10, left to right, and Wallace and the offense are back on the field, which means the Howe defense is having to stay on the field yet again. They've been out there quite some time now. 10:25 on the clock. Flag is down on this first down play. A gain of what the flag is about.
Looks like it may have been maybe a legal motion.
So they're going to back this one up 5 yards. It'll be first down and 15 now for the Bowie Jackrabbits.
Our spotter, Stephen Braswell, caught that one for us.
So now they'll start from their own 36 with a first down. And Howe's defense has got to be getting a little bit tired out there. And Wallace is going to keep it again, right up the middle, a trap. But a nice pickup there of about 6 yards.
Chris Garrison may have brought him down with a little bit of help from Cade Courtney.
It appears they're running the trap up the middle, and what the quarterback does is just run it himself instead of handing it off to anybody. So second down and 9 coming up, 9:53 on the clock here in the second quarter. The Bowie Jackrabbits leading this football game 14-7. But it is early. 2 receivers near side, 1 up top, 1 man in the backfield. Wallace wants to throw. He is throwing deep down the side or deep down the middle of the field, and that's going to be knocked away by Cade Courtney. A nice play there. The intended receiver was Joey Crawford, 5'10", 150-pound junior, but a nice play there.
Good defensive play.
So they'll spot the ball at the 42 again after the incompletion. Third down and 9 coming up, 9:32 on the clock. Did that clock not move?
It may not, no.
I'm not sure any time moved off that clock during that play. Third down and 9. Man in motion. Howe on the blitz. And this is a screen pass that's incomplete. As I'm telling you, Wallace had a man right in his face on the blitz.
Yes, and it was J.C. Heppenstall.
He was really coming hard. And it'll be 4th down and 9. 9:29 on the clock. That play took 3 seconds, by the way.
You know, we have J.C.'s been all over the field tonight.
Well, he was coming right there on the blitz. And Howe's about to get the ball back. And Howe, if they'll stop making those mistakes of putting the ball on the turf, you can tell that they're in good position tonight to take this football game. But they're going to have to start capturing on the little things. And here's Andrew Griffin taking the ball from the 20 on the punt. He's got a seam up the far sideline, 40. Look out. He's to the 50 and knocked down just shy of midfield.
Flag on the play.
There is a flag back at the 26-yard line, and it looks like it's going to be a block below the waist. So again, little things.
So little things that hurt.
There's 9, the ball near midfield, and instead of having it just shy of midfield, it's going to be deep in their own territory at about the 15-yard line or so. They'll spot it right now at the 24. That's without a penalty. And we'll see where they finally put it down. At the 14. So that's about a 35-yard net penalty.
Yeah, that's not good.
So 1st and 10 as they spot the ball at the 14, deep in their own territory. Howe sends one man near side. Ty Harvey back in the game, moving right to left. And this is going to be Cohealy wanting to throw the deep ball to Harvey. He goes up for it, and they'll fight for it, but it falls incomplete at the 40 as Harvey tried to go over the back of the defensive back Chandler Allison to make the catch, but a nice play by Allison there.
This is a good pass. It's just a little short.
2nd down and 10 coming up. As again the Bulldogs huddle up only 3 yards off of the football. I've seen 5, but 3 is pretty close. 2 wings right here. One man in the backfield. Harvey split out wide to the right. Man in motion is Riggs, and Cohealy's going to keep it over right tackle, banging his way through for a couple of yards near the 20-yard line to about the 19.
Good blocking by the right side of that offensive line.
3rd down and about 5 coming up for the Bulldogs. 8:57 and rolling here in the second quarter. This is in this football game, you've got to capitalize.
Yes, you do.
This is a play you really need to capitalize on to keep this drive alive. One, to keep your defense off the field.
Yes. Defense needs a break.
3rd down and 5.
8:39 and rolling here. 2 wings. Mason Riggs on the near wing. Harvey split out. Riggs now goes in motion. This is going to be a handoff to Griffin up the middle. Not getting the first down is Griffin, but he will cross the 20, or actually be knocked down right at the 20.
Dylan Swamp made the stop for Bowie.
Brings up 4th down and 4. Ball just shy of the
So
20-yard line.
Cohealy ran for 5. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Trying to do a lot of things up here. Stats. And now it is. And Griffin ran for 1. And here's Cheatham's punt. It's a high, wobbly kick, going to bounce at the 45 and go out of bounds close to midfield. We'll see where they spot it. Now, again, this is one of those situations where without the block below the waist, you have the ball near midfield. And if it's 3rd down, okay. I mean, there's a chance you actually go for it, or at least change the plays in the whole series of what you're doing in that. They probably don't throw a home run ball on 1st down.
Right.
Changes everything when you have that penalty, which is a net 35 from what we can understand. So the ball just shy of midfield in Howe territory, and Bowie comes back on the field. 7:55 on the clock here in the second quarter. Spotted at the 47 in Howe territory. And this is going to be for Crawford, or Rogers rather. And he'll make his way to about the 40, so give him 7.
Yeah, good blocking downfield by Hunter Kirkman and Oscar Marino.
7 yards on first down for Bowie, and they are, Bowie was a 2-round playoff team a year ago. Now they were 6-6, 3-2 in district, and this is going to be a cross handoff, and the Bulldogs sniff it out easily and brought down by Austin Lee and company at about the 40, maybe a loss of a yard, back to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, he was met hard in that hole.
They'll give him a loss of about a half yard there. Under the 7-minute mark now in the second quarter. Bowie taking their time calling the play with those bright and shiny helmets. Wallace in the gun, and he looks right, throws right, it's going to be caught. And a first down and more inside the 30 is Joey Crawford. And it's just a typical screen pass.
Yeah, Austin Lee and Kate Courtney in on the stop.
What you see there is a screen, and then you have one of those slot receivers running a route to just get in the way of the cornerback. Now they can't block, but you can get in the way. You can't set a pick like in basketball, but you can get in the way. And they got in the way. Here's a Wallace going to keep it right up the middle. They spread it out that time, and he had lots of running room, about 10 yards.
Yeah, it looked like they come in off of a Heppenstall blitz. Looked like JC may have went to the right off the guard, and he went the opposite direction.
9 yards on the play, and Howe has called a timeout. We will take one, too. Back in a moment with more Howe Bulldog football.
This is Monty Walker. Nothing in this town is a secret for long, but I've got one for you. I know you know all about Abby's Restaurant's big-time chicken fried steak, but this old bulldog can't get enough of their patty melt and grilled chicken patty melt. Just don't tell him where you heard it. Hey, it's a secret between you and me. Abby's Restaurant is Howe's own small-town, small business, family-owned restaurant in the historic downtown district.
Don't tell anybody about their patty melts, because I want one.
When life is at its most difficult, we surround ourselves with people who are kind, compassionate, and understanding. At Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory, Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins are those people. When tragedy hits, they will work for you and take care of what needs to be done for your loved ones. For more information about their services, visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call them 3-482-5225. Scoggins Funeral Home, once.
Just about ready to go here. 6:09 on the second quarter clock. Wallace from the gun, barking on second down and very short. He's going to keep it around the right edge this time. First down and trying to fight out of a tackle, and does. Inside the 10, inside the 5. Broke tackles after tackles after tackles on his way for a touchdown. 19 yards and Wallace's third touchdown of the night.
Yeah, that's, as a Bulldog, you got to make that stop right there.
Lots of missed tackles. And right now it's 20-7. And this is turning into a shocker. Bowie will try for 2 here. And Wallace, why not? He's going to keep it again. And he can walk the dog in on that one. 22-7, uncontested. We'll be
are invited to the one and only Bucks North Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Bucks North Barbecue. For complete store information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnortbarbecue.com. That's bucksnortbbq.com. Bucks North Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
This is Michael Mosier inviting you to support your local Howe Athletic Booster Club. I may not be able to pronounce Enrique Comlero, but I can tell you that he played for Howe. He would need your support. Memberships are $25. They're available at all home games. Your membership may not just high school programs, but also middle school sports. Please support your hometown kids, even ones that might have a name like Aljundo Dankenstater.
I'd love to see Dankenstater at quarterback for Bowie, somebody other than Wallace.
Right.
Matthew Wallace putting on a show tonight, 3 touchdowns. That one was 5 plays, 47 yards. And it took about 2 minutes off the clock. Wallace, his 3rd touchdown of the night. And now we're ready for the Tech Wave kickoff. And this one will be Peyton Price, and he'll bang it deep. It'll roll out of bounds at the 12-yard line, thankfully, because it went by Andrew Griffin. And it was kind of hopping on the sideline, not wanting to go out, kind of like one of those bunts that would go up the third baseline.
Right.
Is it going to go foul? Is it going to go foul? Is it going to go foul? And finally, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, got lucky on that one.
So Howe will start with the ball at the 25-yard line. No. 40, I believe. Isn't that the rule? 40? Start at the 40-yard line. At their own 40 with 5:59. Or they're going to re-kick. And Coach Hudson's going to make them re-kick instead of getting the ball at the 40. All Howe has to do, honestly, is hang on to the football. I mean, does anybody disagree with that?
They hold on to the ball, and they're not out of this ball game by any sense. They just need to
secure the football and stop making these costly mistakes. And it's not been little mistakes. It's been big penalties.
Yeah.
Those have been really, really ugly so far in this football game. The block below the waist may be the biggest one yet. And this is going to be another one, and it's going to be taken by Andrew Griffin, who steps out of bounds after he fields it. The ball was going out of bounds. Griffin picked it up before it went out of bounds, and then he stepped out of bounds. And that's just kind of the way the night's gone so far.
Guys, real quick, for that first kickoff, Marshall kind of rallied the troops there on the sidelines, had about 15 guys around him, kind of giving a little speech there, trying to get everybody pep back up. I couldn't really kind of looking up to him as a leader. So Clay Marshall trying to get this team back on track.
and that's good. Clay Marshall's a good leader.
Well, you're going to need a lot of those good leaders, and it's good to hear Clay Marshall rallying the troops down there. 5:58 on the clock. Howe's got to get back in this football game and do it right now. It's 2 men in the backfield. Harvey split out wide to the top. Cohealy from the pistol. One wing, and this is going to be a handoff. Mason Riggs caught in the backfield, breaks through that tackle, but can't break the other two on the right edge, and it'll be a loss for Riggs of about 2 yards. So the ball spotted at the 28, now take it back to the 26-yard line.
A.J. Craddock and Dylan Swam in on the stop for Bowie.
So Riggs, his 3rd carry of the night, now goes to 11 yards. 5:33 and rolling, second down and about 12 for Howe, moving right to left here in the second quarter, and I don't want any part of Coach Hudson at halftime.
No. You want to go in, at least maybe down by 7.
Cohealy drops back 3 steps, looks right, down the field, and almost intercepted. The closest man to that throw was, I believe that was Joey Crawford, who had about 3 steps on Harvey. He was 3 steps leading Harvey on that, and the ball was overthrown by Cohealy to Harvey, so Crawford had a great play on the ball, but couldn't come down with it, and now it's 3rd down and 12 for Howe. Yeah, I just can't imagine what will go on at halftime.
Oh, yeah, no, I wouldn't want to be there.
So 3rd down and 12. 5:12 on the clock. You got to keep the ball somehow. And now a timeout has been called, and it's been called by Howe. We'll take 1-2. Back in a moment real quick on HoweEnterprise.com.
Carrie's Coffee Co. in historic downtown Van Alstyne next to the post office is the #1 coffee shop hotspot, serving Bulldogs, Panthers, and mascots everywhere. Carrie's Coffee Co. offers a variety of organic coffee and non-coffee beverages. Come visit Carrie's Coffee Co. in downtown Van Alstyne next to the post office. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Carrie's Coffee Co. is Texas quality.
Cavender Home Theater has the latest from Dish. New customers get free movies and HBO for a year. Get the multi-sports pack with NFL Red Zone free and the Amazon Alexa free. Existing customers can get the Alexa free too. Just refer a friend to Cavender Home Theater and we'll make sure you get one. Our Hopper 3 has 16 tuners, picture-in-picture with 4 screens, 2 terabyte hard drive, and voice control with Alexa. Cable can't do that. DirecTV can't do that. Come by our showroom or visit CavenderTV.com today.
3rd down and 12. Cohealy is going to roll out near side, wanting to throw, under pressure, now throws it to Andrew Griffin, who makes the catch. Nowhere near the first down, but he does cross the 30 to about the 31-yard line. So a gain of 5, but not near enough for the 12.
Brandon sitting on the stop for Bowie. And Dylan Swam as well.
I'm not going to swear to it, but I think that's Andrew Griffin's first catch ever. And he's had 4 years of varsity now. This will be a punt, and it'll be Cheatham standing at his own 18-yard line. And this goes off the side of his foot. It's a shank. It's not a good punt at all. Bounces at the 43-yard line. Is going to still roll. It's touched by Bowie, and Howe may have a shot at this football.
Looks like Dylan Monroe may possibly have it.
Trevor Corneliuson touched the football near midfield, and as soon as he did, I believe it was Griffin who went for it, but Corneliuson somehow got back on the football. So it'll be spotted at the 46 in Howe territory. Boy, Howe cannot get a break tonight.
They can't.
So ball, let's see, clock at 4:26. Bowie leading 22-7, and everything has gone wrong for Howe. But still in this football game, but need a couple of breaks here. 1st down and 10, and what the Dogs have to do right now, first of all, is stop Matthew Wallace from running the trap right up the middle. And this is going to be Wallace running the trap up the middle, and this time he stopped right at the line of scrimmage there. And Cameron Blesseye, among others.
Looks like Andrew Griffin and possibly J.C. Heppenstall. And we said his name a lot tonight, but he seems to be around the ball.
He seems to always be around the ball. So no gain there. Ball still at the 46-yard line in Howe territory.
Maybe that's because Big Brothers were always taking it away from him. He
that
had
could
to chase
be.
it down.
There's a whole house full of those Helpenstells.
Yeah.
2nd down and 10 coming up. 2 receivers to the left, 1 down here at the bottom. 1 man in the backfield. Wallace rolls out right, wants to throw. Deep down the field, incomplete and out of bounds. Trying to hit his receiver, Joey Crawford, but it was about a step or 2 out of bounds. 3:41 on the clock.
He had a face full of Austin Lee and J.C. Heppenstall.
At this point, I don't want to question anybody's decision there, but 3:41 on the clock. Boy, the more time you can run off this thing and go into halftime with a big lead like this is a good thing for Bowie. But if you leave some time on there for Howe and they scored, halftime's a little bit different. 3rd down and 10. 3:41 on the clock. Wallace wants to throw again, deep down the right side. This time it's caught at the 21-yard line. This time Crawford was there inbounds, and he made the catch. Barnett in coverage, right over Barnett.
Right over his shoulder.
25 yards on the pass and catch to the 21-yard line. And what do I know? I said don't throw it. Here they are throwing it and receiving it. Wallace wants to run again, right side. Here he goes again to the 10, to the 5, and stopped at the 4-yard line by Kate Courtney and Chase Barnett. 17 yards. Wallace again on that play. And that's all they've run, basically.
That's all they've run. You know, you don't want to say anything negative, but, when the trap works, just keep doing it.
So Wallace in the gun again from the 4-yard line. And he'll run again. And this time it'll be stopped at about the 2. And a nice play from the linebacker stepping up.
Looks like Andrew Griffin and Cameron Blesseye.
It was Griffin for sure on the first contact. 2:52 and rolling here before the half. The ball spotted at the 3. Or at the 2, rather. 2-yard gain by Wallace. A man in the backfield is Crawford. And Wallace is going to keep it. And this time he is battered down at about the 7-yard line. A big loss. loss of about 4. And that's what you expect to see and have seen over the years from the Howe Bulldogs defense.
Yeah, Mason Riggs and Austin Lee on the initial contact, and then he was just covered up by a host of Bulldogs.
Forward progress will take him to the 5. That one is still a 3-yard loss. That's what happens when you're in the gun. You can have forward progress and lose 3 yards. Under 2 minutes now, man in motion. And this is going to be Wallace wanting to throw it, now scrambling. He's going to keep it. Brought down by Andrew Griffin at the 14-yard line. And now all of a sudden, Bowie is going backwards in the last 2 plays.
Yeah, that's not the direction they're wanting to go, but that's good. That's good. Andrew made a good stop there.
1:36. And now Bowie's taking all the time they want, trying to milk this thing. 18 on the play clock, and I bet they take all of it. And I wouldn't be surprised if they call a timeout with 1 second left. 1:23 on the game clock, 10 on the play clock, and they're going to call timeout with about 1:10 left to go. There's 1:12. They called it just a little bit early. So a timeout's been called on the field. We'll take one, too. We'll be right back here in Bowie, Texas with more Howe Bulldog football.
Calling all Bulldogs to come down to the Sonic in Howe for half-price shakes after 8 and open until midnight. Home games only.
Where you get great food and big smiles. And a little message for our Howe Bulldog football players. Go Bulldogs, fight Bulldogs, win, win, win. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, an old school black and white Howe Bulldog. In criminal defense, you need someone who fights like a bulldog. Call me now if you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas. My number is 903-744-4252. We'll set up a free consultation. You will find out that I'm rough, tough, and I can't get enough. I'm board certified in criminal law by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas. Visit my website at shermancriminallawyer.com.
Hey, this.
Here we go, 4th and goal from the 14. Wallace sends a man in motion. He's going to look left, now throws right. Screen pass underneath. Caught, dropped at the 10-yard line. Trying to hit Dylan Swaim, the senior back out of the backfield, but that one he couldn't hit on the screen. Had he hit Swaim, he might have scored, and he probably would have. But all for naught. It's 1st and 10 for Howe with just over a minute left. 1:06 to be exact here before the half. And do you just lick your chops and run up the middle, or do you try to make something out of this, Michael?
I don't know. I'd try to make something out of it. You'd rather go into the half 14-22 than 22-7. Mine looks like Jeffrey Howard that was shaken up earlier for Bowie is he's on the sideline. Probably not going to come back.
Well, Howe with the ball at their own 12-yard line, and this is going to be a run up the middle. And that's Cohealy for the scramble for about 12 yards.
Great block by Chase Harvey and Clay Marshall. Opened up a hole right there up the middle.
The ball was officially spotted at the 13, and now it is at the 27. So a 14-yard run by Cohealy. 1st and 10. As he wants to roll out this time. Looking right, throwing right, Cotton in it. No, it's dropped by Mason Riggs. It was a pretty hard throw. Had a lot of velocity on it. And Riggs just let it go right through his hands, incomplete. That does stop the clock at 45 seconds, however. 2nd down and 10 coming up.
Ball at the 27-yard line.
It was one of those that maybe if that was a little touch pass instead of more of a bullet, you never know.
Right.
Split out wide is Harvey up the top. Howe going right to left. Cohealy in the gun. Man in motion is Riggs. Cohealy's going to keep it right up the middle. And he's got about 5 yards. And now the ball is loose. And the officials say Howe has regained or kept possession at the 31-yard line. About 4 yards there.
Howe maintains possession of the ball. He's got 3rd down and 6.
Fumble recovered by Parker Blunt.
So clock rolling at 21-20. Cohealy on 3rd down. throw. Scrambles out of the pocket. Rolling right. Now under pressure. He's going to be sacked there. A loss of about 9.
Big man Justin Bolton, 6 foot, 255 pound senior, brought him down from behind.
And that is going to be end of the first half, and a treacherous first half it was if you're a Howe fan. Lots of penalties, lots of turnovers, lots of points for Bowie. Hopefully the second half will be a little bit better if you're a Howe fan. Back in a moment with more Howe Bulldog football.
This is Monty Walker. Nothing in this town is a secret for long, but I've got one for you. I know you know all about Abby's Restaurant's Big Time Chicken Fried Steak, but this old bulldog can't get enough of their patty melt, chicken patty melt. Just don't tell him where you heard it. Hey, it's a secret between you and me. Abby's Restaurant is Howe's own small town, small business, family-owned restaurant in the historic downtown district.
Don't tell anybody about their patty melts, because I want one.
When life is at its most difficult, we surround ourselves with people who are kind, compassionate, and understanding. At Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory, Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins are those people. When tragedy hits, they will work for you and take care of what needs to be done for your loved ones. For more information about their services, visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call them at 903-482-5225. Scoggins Funeral Home. Their loving staff will take care of you and your loved ones.
You are invited to the one and only Bucks North Barbecue in downtown Austin, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas, and to decide. Come taste the difference at Bucks North Barbecue. For complete store information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnorthbarbecue.com. That's bucksnorthbbq.com. Bucks North Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
Welcome back. We're at halftime, and the Howe Bulldog Pride of Howe marching band is taking the field. They're about to get ready for their performance, and we'll let you listen to it in its entirety as they're just about ready to get started. We'll turn off our mics, we'll quit talking, and we'll let you listen to the band. They're still marching out there, getting it in line, but I believe Kendall Kitching, the drum major, is just about ready. As now everybody is turned and they're just about ready to go. And we'll just let you listen to this as we go.
2017-2018 Howe High School Varsity Cheerleaders. Captain Aaron Anthony. Co-captain Allie Morgan. Lieutenant Peyton Ford. We also have Braylon Burns, Michaela Doty, Lydia Hagan, Natalie Murphy, Addie Pacina, Abby Pell, Jamie Taylor, Riley Underwood, and Ashlyn Warman. Mascot is Carson Fleming. Manager is Hannah Brown, and coach is Pam Kirby.
Please welcome to the field the mighty Marching Maroons from Bowie High School in Bowie, Texas. Our show this year is Inferno from Dante's Inferno with music written by Robert W. Smith. This is grade 5 music which is extremely hard to play. The band will perform 2/3 of the show at this point. There will be many more things to come in later games. We hope you will enjoy Inferno. The band directors for the Mighty Marching Maroons band are Kendall Hickenbottom, Fine Arts Director and Head Band Director. Scott Strobel, Head Junior High Band Director. Jesse Coots, Assistant Band Director and Choir Director. The drum majors are Senior Callie Milton, Senior Garrett Brotlow, Junior Logan Lawhorn, Junior Gabriel Staples. Soloists for tonight are Greco Seguero on alto sax, Teddy Rowe on flute, Logan Lawhorn on trumpet, and Clayton Ogg on timpani.
This is Michael Mosier inviting you to support your local Howe Athletic Booster Club. I may not be able to pronounce Enrique Comlero, but I can tell you that if he played for Howe, he would need your support. Memberships are $25 and are available at all home games. Your membership benefits not just high school programs, but also middle school sports. Please support your hometown kids, even ones that might have a name like Aljundo Dankenstater.
Carrie's Coffee Co. in historic downtown Van Alstyne, next to the post office, is the #1 coffee shop hotspot, serving Bulldogs, Panthers, and mascots everywhere. Carrie's Coffee Co. offers a variety of organic coffee and non-coffee beverages. Come visit Carrie's Coffee Co. in downtown Van Alstyne, next to the post office. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Carrie's Coffee Co. is Texas quality.
Welcome back here in Bowie, Texas, where, the Jackrabbits are leading right now, 22-7. We are at the half, awaiting the third quarter to start. And Michael, you got some scores to update us on from around the area.
S&S on top of Tom Bean, 14-6. Pottsboro at halftime. Pottsboro losing to Gunner 19-0. Anna beating Kalispberg 21-6. Van Alstyne on top of Bonham 28-14 at halftime. Munster beating Pilot Point 28-0. Edgewood losing to Caddo Mills 27-6. And Coach West at Collinsville High School is beating Era 28-14 at halftime. Let's see here. Whitesboro beating Aubrey 13-0. McKinney North against Northwest High School. McKinney North on top 31-27.
We'll try to give you we need some more duct tape, please. Tonight's brought to you by Duct Tape. If you haven't figured that out, we got some issues up here. We are duct taping everything we've got. Let's go over some halftime stats for you. Right now, these are very unofficial. These are very Monty Walker unofficial stats. I'll put my name on these unofficial stats. Andrew Griffin, 7 carries, 27 yards. And Cameron Blesseye, 1 carry for 8 yards. Dylan Moreau, 2 carries for 3 yards. Mason Riggs, 3 carries for 11 yards. Kirby Cohealy has 5 carries for 23 yards, and that includes a 9-yard sack. So that may go in the passing stats. We'll see how they factor that in. Ty Harvey, 2 catches for 21 yards. And Devin Porter, a catch for 25 yards. Andrew Griffin, catch for 5 yards. Bowie comes back out on the field. You can hear the home crowd. They are the nearest to us. In a moment, you'll be able to hear the Howe Bulldogs crowd. And here they are. It's quite a ways over there to the Howe sideline. We're probably about 40 yards from the field play here, up in the air and off the sidelines. And we're a little bit of ways here, but not high. We don't have a real high vantage point, but we are a little bit back, far away from the field. Let's check down with Justin to see what kind of mood maybe the Bulldogs are in right now. Oh, Justin. Come on, Justin. We'll check down in a moment. I think we fixed it. I thought we fixed it. Maybe we didn't. So Howe kicked off to start the football game. Bowie took the ball first, so Howe should start here with the football to start the third quarter. We're just about ready to get underway as the teams are coming back on the field. Howe will be moving right to left towards that north end zone. Mason Riggs is back deep, standing at the 10-yard line. And Peyton Price, I believe, will be kicking off, and he will. So just underway, or just about to be underway. Straight up 12 o'clock on the scoreboard, starting the third quarter. Price, 5 yards away. He's going to squib this one, and it's going to roll probably out of bounds. But Howe tried to get on it before it rolled out of bounds. Devin Porter chased it and almost touched it before it rolled out of bounds.
Yeah, in that situation, you just got to let it go.
And that's the second time that's happened, because Andrew Griffin a moment ago touched it, caught it right as it was going out of bounds, and then he stepped out of bounds.
All right.
So they did not touch it. Devin Porter did not make contact with it. So the ball will be spotted at the 36-yard line. Apparently, maybe they did touch it.
36-yard line.
Okay, looks like Justin says he can hear us.
Okay, we'll check down with Justin here in a moment. Cohealy in the gun. Riggs goes in motion. Cohealy's going to keep it right over left tackle. He'll gain 2 or 3 yards up to the 38-yard line. A gain of 2 officially for Cohealy, who has his 6th carry of the night, the most by any rusher so far.
Hunter Kirkman in on the stop for Bowie.
4 yards all in the huddle is Clay Marshall. He'll now sprint to the line. 2nd down and 8 coming up for Howe. Man in motion is Moreau, but this is a handoff to the first man through, Andrew Griffin, and he'll gain enough up to the 41-yard line. So a 3-yard gain by Griffin.
Matthew Wallace in on the stop.
Number 7 is Justin Bolton. That's the defensive play from Jeff Rabbit.
That should be good. Our sideline guy is unmuted and ready to go. 3rd down and 5. Harvey split out wide to the right, up at the top. 2 men on the backfield. Cohealy from the pistol with one wing. He's going to toss right side. Andrew Griffin gets a great block on the edge. He's got the first down and more. Look out to the 40, and he puts the ball on the turf. Another fumble, and Bowie says they have it.
That's a great block by Kirby Cohealy. He's got to the outside edge. And
apparently, the ball rolled out of bounds, and Howe will retain possession and move the sticks to the 47-yard line. So a 12-yard run by Griffin.
Yeah, that was a good run. Good blocking by Mason Riggs and Kirby Cohealy.
He was muted.
Are you there?
All right, 1st down and 10, right to left. Cohealy, handoff. Griffin, first man through. And he barreled his way to the 42-yard line. Sorry about that,
Yep.
Justin. Go ahead.
Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, sir.
All right, now we're loud and clear.
What a night. You got any duct tape down there?
No kidding. I mean, we're still in preseason mode. We're still still trying to work out the kinks. But right now, guys, everything is still positive down here. The guys are patting each other on the back, trying to get everybody hyped up, and then look like we got a timeout here by Coach Hudson.
We'll take 1-2 back in a moment, real quick on herprize.com.
Alexa, turn to HGTV.
Tuning to HGTV on Dish. This is Fixer Upper.
It may be a gadget, but it sure is fun. You can change channels and search movie titles easier than ever with Alexa. The best part? It's free from Cavender Home Theater. Alexa, why wouldn't everybody have Dish from Cavender's?
I don't know that one.
Don't be left out. Call Cavender Home Theater today or go to CavenderTV.com.
Calling all Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic in Howe for half-price shakes after 8 and open until midnight. Home games only.
Where you get great food and big smiles, and a little message for our Howe Bulldog football players. Go Bulldogs, fight Bulldogs, win, win, win. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Here we go, 2nd down and 5. Harvey split out wide to the right. Up at the top, man in motion is Riggs. And Cohealy keeps it up the middle. Fighting forward, close to a first down. He's going to be real close to it. Somewhere around the 37-yard line is where the ball is going to be spotted, and that's where he needed to get for the first down. Needed 5. And it's going to be close. Are they going to pull the chains here? If they don't, this is Riverboat Gambler time, no doubt.
Oh, yeah.
It's third down, and Cohealy gets 5 yards, and it's not a first down. As he's going to hand off this time to Andrew Griffin as a first down and more to the 31-yard line, and he was very quick through the hole for 6 yards.
Andy Fitchner in on the stop for Bowie.
7th play of the drive coming up for Howe, who's controlled it so far the entire second half. Early going here with 9:19 left to go in the third quarter. 1st and 10 after the 6-yard Andrew Griffin run. Cohealy is going to roll out to the near side, wants to throw it down the field. It's going to be batted away and knocked down. They'll call it incomplete. It was Evan Kennedy who blocked it and then picked it up and was going to run with it, but they ruled it incomplete and not a fumble.
Bowie got big guys up front. Riley Trucks with 210. Oscar Marino 205.
2nd down and 10 coming up. A bad snap. Cohealy picks it up, tries to spin out of a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. It does, but he's going to lose a yard there. It was a low snap.
A.J. Craddock in on the stop.
And that'll be a yard loss back to the 32. So a -1 for Mr. Cohealy. That would be officially his 8th carry. Unofficially, 8th carry. 3rd down and 11 coming up. Big play here. 2 men in the backfield. Toss to the right side. Mason Riggs puts it on the ground again, but it comes back up to him. And I believe he's able to scramble around the right edge for a little bit.
Fumble, Monty. He got pitched to him, picked it up on the 17-yard line.
So it's going to be Bowie ball.
And Joey Crawford picked it up for Bowie.
So Riggs, another fumble tonight, and that's kind of the way it's gone. You know, we talked a little bit about last year. Riggs had the fumble hiatus a little bit early in the year. And we'll start over here. Here goes. There's another fumble, but Bowie is able to jump on it. Now it comes out late. Howe may have this one. Helpenstill comes up with it. There's a flag on the play. Helpenstill holds the ball up. Crawford took a pop.
Andrew Griffin laid a hit on him. He'll remember tomorrow for sure.
Let's check the penalty flag, but Howe came up with that football. That should be Howe's ball. The ball was spotted. The line of scrimmage was the 17-yard line for Bowie. And on the first play, Crawford was popped. The ball came out, and J.C. Helpenstill ended up with the football. But somehow there's a penalty apparently on Howe. And when it rains, it pours. They're signaling against Howe, but they have not made a decision yet. And they have not moved the ball from the 21-yard line, which is where it was recovered by Howe. And Coach Hudson is obviously not happy about this one. Maybe Justin can hear what's going on down there.
I can't right now. I just can see how animated Coach Hudson is right now. He's going out to the hash marks now to discuss the.
Well, they're going to move the ball past the 30 to the 32-yard line. So a 15-yard penalty.
And you don't get the ball.
Yeah, that's another extremely costly penalty. And it's best to do it now. If you're going to do this stuff, you better do it now. Don't do it against Van Alstyne and Pottsboro.
Yeah.
And Callisburg and Whitesboro.
I'm not sure what happened. The hit on in the backfield. Looked like a good hit, just a good hard hit. Wherever this was downfield.
Only unsportsmanlike conduct against the Bulldogs.
So regardless, it'll be 1st and 10 for Bowie after another huge break. Fumbling the football, but they keep it after the Howe penalty and move it up 15 yards to the 32-yard line. Left to right, going towards the south end zone is Bowie in their all maroon uniforms. Howe's going to show more of a front here than they did in the first half, maybe a 5-man front. Wallace sends a man, and he's going to keep it over the right edge. He breaks through again. Look out, 40. He's got the 50, drugged down by 3 Bulldogs across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Looks like Kirby Cole-Healy, Chase Barnett, and Kate Courtney brought him down. You know, we talked about this last year. You don't want your safeties making the stops.
20-yard run right off the bat for Wallace, who's had a field day today. 8 minutes on the clock. 2 receivers up top, 1 slot, and 1 receiver at the bottom. And this is going to be a handoff left side around the right edge and a lot of speed. And that is Jacob Skinner, who will pick up about 9 yards. First down inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
Andrew Griffin running down from the back.
So 2nd down and 1 coming up, and it's been all Bowie tonight, all Bowie.
It has been. Skinner's got pretty good wheels under him too.
I'm not sure any of us expected this tonight, but that's just what happens when penalties, costly penalties, very costly penalties and fumbles. That kind of seals your fate sometimes. 2nd down and 1. Don't want to be negative Nancy, but that's kind of the way it's going tonight. Wallace under pressure, wants to throw. He's going to be sacked in the backfield. Chase Harvey was there to finish him off.
Dylan Monroe got him on the outside. Looked like he come off the outside edge.
So that'll back it up to the 43-yard line. A 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd and 5. And Howe needs a huge stop right here. I mean, what's it going to be? Is it going to be a Wallace run up the middle? Because I think if I'm a linebacker, that's what I'm looking for right here. 3rd and 5. And movement up front. This one, the home run ball going deep down the right side. It's going to be caught at the 22-yard line. Chase Barnett was not able to get in front of the pass, caught by Ryland Dorman. And Bowie has a 1st down at the 20.
Yeah, looked like he just did one of them throw-up balls there that he just got a little bit of edge on Barnett.
Well, there was movement before the ball was snapped, so Wallace very smartly a word?
Smartly?
Very wisely just threw the home run ball. Nothing else to lose because it was going to be offsides against Howe, more than likely. At least that was in his thought. 1st down and 10, left to right, Bowie. Low snap, Wallace digs it out, and he's going to run up the middle, a couple of leg tackles, and now he fights and surges for about 3 or 4 yards to the 16, 17-yard line.
Tackle made by Cameron Blesseye off that outside edge. It looks like Harvey checked in for Barnett on that in that cornerback position.
5:37 and rolling here in the 3rd quarter. Time is slipping away. Howe's going to have to make a stand and turn it back the other way. Low snap. Wallace digs it out. Throws out to Price, who's brought down immediately on the screen pass to about the 17-yard line. Nothing doing there, no gain.
Andrew Griffin in on the stop. It looked like Peyton Price got up a little gingerly.
So it'll be 3rd and 6 now. And again, another big stop needed right here, but this is definitely 4-down territory for Bowie. And you not only have to stop them from getting 6 here on 3rd, you're going to have to stop them from converting on 4th. Wallace in the gun. Man in motion is Price. They fake it to him. Wallace keeps it right up the middle. He's got the 1st down. Inside the 5, breaks out of a tackle at the 3, and he's into the end zone. Another touchdown for Wallace, his 4th of the night. This time from 16 yards out.
Hit just past the line of scrimmage by Cole Healy, but you just got to wrap up. If you're going to make that contact, you got to hold them. Looked like Jacob Skinner checking out.
Another 2-point conversion coming up. Wallace rolls out right, looks to throw in the end zone, caught, 2-point conversion. That one was pretty easy as well.
Looked like Jacob Skinner checked out, and the pass was caught by Jay Rogers.
We're going to take a quick timeout as Bowie now leads Howe 30-7. We'll be right back.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, an old-school black and white Howe Bulldog. In criminal defense, you need someone who fights like a bulldog. Call me now if you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas. My number is 903-744-4252. We'll set up a free consultation. You will find out that I'm rough, tough, and I can't get enough. I'm board certified in criminal law by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas. Visit my website at shermancriminallawyer.com.
Hey, this is Monty Walker. Nothing in this town is a secret for long, but I've got one for you. I know you know all about Abby's Restaurant's Big Time Chicken Fried Steak, but this old bulldog can't get enough of their patty melt and grilled chicken patty melt. Just don't tell them where you heard it. Hey, it's a secret between you and me. Abby's Restaurant is Howe's own small town, small business, family-owned restaurant in the historic downtown district.
Don't tell anybody about their patty melts, because I want one.
30 Bowie in the lead, 4:45 left to go in the third after a 16-yard touchdown by Matthew Wallace, his 4th of the night. And that capped off a 7-play, 78-yard drive. 68-yard drive, rather. 68. Here's the kick. It's going to go near the out-of-bounds marker, and it goes out of bounds. And a flag will fly at the 22-yard line. So Howe will either have possession at the 40 or we'll make them kick again. Earlier, Coach Zach Hudson made them kick again. And it appears that's what's going to happen again. And they could just keep kicking it out of bounds until they start kicking from the 5-yard line.
Yeah, they can do that.
Just kick it again. Just kick it again. Just kick it again.
Yeah, it backs them up 5 every time. Definitely not the game that we were thinking it was going to be.
I don't think anybody was anticipating this type of performance from the Bulldogs. And it's not typical, and you don't want to browbeat anybody, but it's just about fumbles, and it's been about big penalties, and that's what happens in game to win, so to speak. If you fumble the ball and you make big costly penalties, your chances of winning football games reduce in a hurry.
Right. But like you said earlier, you want them to happen now. You don't want them to happen, Van Alstyne, Pottsboro.
So they'll tee it up again and try to kick this one more time. 4:45 on the clock. Howe's about to get possession. It'd be nice for a return right here, a big return. Here's a kick to the middle of the field. And Mason Riggs takes it at the 15-yard line. Goes up to the right side. And is going to be hit at about the 24-yard line. And Howe will take over possession from their own 24, perhaps. They should have taken the penalty there. But hindsight is always 20/20. And with 4:36, Howe will start.
Ryland Dorman made a stop for Bowie. And again, he was a little gingerly getting up, so he's coming to the sideline.
1st and 10, right to left. Howe comes back to the huddle and to the line of scrimmage. Harvey split out wide to the right. 2 men in the backfield, along with Cohealy, who's in the pistol. He turns, tosses. Arturo Louder spins out of a tackle, and he'll gain 2 or 3 yards up to the 26-yard line. And you get a sense that Mason Riggs is going to have a chance to rest for a little bit after a couple of fumbles.
Yeah. A.J. Craddock in on the stop. Yeah, you would think he would need a little rest, maybe a little talk, pep talk. Just, hey, hold on to the ball.
2nd down and 8, left or right to left. Louder still in the game, and this is going to be a handoff right side. I believe that is Dylan Moreau, and it is going to be close enough for striking distance for a 1st down at the 31-yard line.
Andy Fitchner in on the stop.
It'll
Looked
be
like,
third and short.
it looked like J.C. Heppenstall checked in, and
Now 31-yard line.
I'm not sure who went out.
Third and 3. The Howe walks to the line of scrimmage. Cohealy in the gun. Moreau in the backfield. And Cohealy, this is going to be Moreau who was stopped way in the backfield.
Hunter
About a yard loss, and they pushed him back about 7 or 8, but forward progress will make it look a little worse than it was.
Hunter Kirkman in on the stop. Timeout Bowie.
Bowie has called a timeout. We'll take one, too. Well, actually, let's keep it here. Justin White, down on the sidelines, tell us what you're seeing down there. I mean, are the shoulders slumped? Or?
Yeah, you can tell the frustration level. It's unlike last week. Can you hear me okay, guys?
Yes.
Okay.
It is cutting in and out a little bit.
Let's see if I can.
And I know Justin's a long way away over there on the very far side.
You hear me? Are we good?
I got you a little bit. Go ahead.
Good. Last week I knew that Gunner was probably a little bit better, had a lot more speed than you did. This week it's kind of they know that they're just as good as Bowie, if not better. They just can't seem to get out of their own way at this point right now. So it's just kind of a different kind of frustration level.
Yeah, I would tend to agree that it's a different kind of game tonight. That when when you're playing against somebody as good as Gunner, you understand that, and you understand why you're not playing that well.
Right.
But this is totally different.
Look like.
Now, I don't want to take anything away from Bowie.
Right. Look like Parker Blunt is going to be the deep snapper.
And this is Cheatham, who again kicks it off the side of his foot, and it'll be over to the far sideline and take now a Bowie bounce and be killed at the 38-yard line. So that will be a 7-yard punt. And when it rains, it pours.
Just can't catch a break. It wasn't the best punts in the world, and then it bounced 5 yards back.
2:39 on the third quarter clock. The tide will change here pretty soon. Ball at the 39-yard line in Howe territory, 39 yards away from another score. It's already 30-7, Bowie in the lead. First and 10, and Wallace is going to hand off to the right side. And that will be what appears to be another running back, Jacob Skinner. In the
Chris Garrison and the Bulldogs.
So Skinner will carry it all the way down to the 31-yard line. An 8-yard gain on first down brings up second down and 2 as we hit almost the 2-minute mark here in the third quarter in Bowie, Texas, on what was a beautiful night to begin tonight. It hasn't been too beautiful since the kickoff. Not if you're a Howe fan, anyway. Shotgun. Second down and 2. Handoff up the middle. Lots of room to run. Skinner again to the 15, to the 10. Stiff arms a man down. Dives forward inside the 5 to the 4-yard line.
They just can't catch a break. I mean, we had 3 guys in the backfield, and he run past all 3 of them, right up the middle.
So now Bowie again 4 yards away from punch it in. And anytime you're 4 yards away, you're in Wallace territory, and he seems like he can get 4 yards anytime he wants it tonight. And they'll spread it out. 2 receivers near side, 1 at the top. Wallace, is he going to keep it? Yep, around the left edge. No, he hands off up the middle. Skinner is in for the touchdown, 4 yards.
To the 4 yards, Bowie touchdown.
Definitely you got to stop that run up the middle.
36-7 at the moment, awaiting the 2-point conversion attempt. Well, oh my, Oh my, oh my. They're going to try for an extra point here. And Ryland Dorman will hold. Price to kick. It's a high kick, and it looks good, and it is. Insult to injury, an extra point. Will make it 37-7 with 1:19 left to go in the third. Back in a moment here on HoweEnterprise.com.
When life is at its most difficult, we surround ourselves with people who are kind, compassionate, and understanding. At Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory, Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins are those people. When tragedy hits, they will work for you and take care of what needs to be done for your loved ones. For more information about their services, visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call them at 903-482-5225. Scoggins Funeral Home. Their loving staff will take care of you and your loved ones.
You are invited to the one and only Bucks North Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Bucks North Barbecue. For complete store information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnorthbarbecue.com. That's bucksnorthbbq.com. Bucks North Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
37-7, Bowie in the lead here in Bowie after a 4-yard touchdown by Skinner and an extra point by Price. It was a 3-play, 39-yard drive. And now we're ready for the Tech Wave kick. As Price will be kicking it off, and Mason Riggs will be back deep to return at about the 11-yard line.
So we're going to kick it on sides, off sides, so we're going to kick it deep.
Probably out of bounds.
Right.
Price is going to kick it to the right side, stays in bounds. Andrew Griffin from the 21-yard line. Now heads up to the middle of the field, runs over a defender and dives forward at the 34-yard line. A tough run by Andrew Griffin. What else do you expect, however?
That's right. Stephen Wallstrom made the stop.
What?
Yeah.
Is that Dankenstater?
That's Dankenstater. You know, Andrew Griffin runs hard, and that young man will definitely feel that tomorrow.
1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. Howe down by 30. It would be miraculous at this point, but I've seen stranger things in my days. Man in motion as Arturo Louder, and whistles will blow before this one could get underway. I believe Andrew Griffin might have moved just a tad second bit early. And they're going to back it up 5 to the 29-yard line.
So where are we at on flags? You know, last year we were at 30. Where are we at now? They making money again?
I don't know, eh? $50 flat fee, $4 per flag. Tip your nearest referee. First down at 15. Louder in motion, handoff. Right side, Griffin. And again, he just dives forward.
Looks like he may have tripped over, maybe possibly over his own man, or they just tripped him up as they went by. Hunter on the stop.
They'll spot the ball at the 32, so a 3-yard gain. Cohealy in the gun. One man in the backfield. Now Louder goes in motion again. Louder's pretty quick. Cohealy over the middle to Devin Porter. Same play from a moment ago. This time he crosses midfield, hangs on to the ball to the Bowie 49-yard line. A first down, a nice patch and catch.
Joey Crawford in on the stop for the Jackrabbits.
19 yards on the pass and catch from Cohealy to Devin Porter, his second catch of the night. And he's up to 44 yards. But also a costly penalty, fumble. Here's a man in motion, Louder, and this is a handoff to Griffin again on a trap play up the middle, and he squirts through and finally brought down after about 7 at the 43-yard line.
Great blocking by Chase Harbaugh. Blunt.
We'll give Griffin 6.
Jay Rogers in on the stop for the Jackrabbits.
His 12th carry of the night, and that was the end of the third quarter. Hopefully, it'll be a nice Bulldog quarter tonight, as that is the end of the third. We'll be back right after this.
This is Michael Mosier inviting you to support your local Howe Athletic Booster Club. I may not be able to pronounce Enrique Comlero, but I can tell you that if he played for Howe, he would need your support. Memberships are $25 and are available at all home games. Your membership benefits not just high school programs, but also middle school sports. Please support your hometown kids, even ones that might have a name like Aljundo Nakenstater.
Carrie's Coffee Co. in historic downtown Van Alstyne next to the post office is the #1 coffee shop hotspot serving Bulldogs, Panthers, and mascots everywhere. Carrie's Coffee Co. offers a variety of organic coffee and non-coffee beverages. Come visit Carrie's Coffee Co. in downtown Van Alstyne next to the post office. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Carrie's Coffee Co. is Texas quality.
37-7, we are now in Bulldog quarter. But it has not been Bulldog game.
No, it's been a
second or third.
It's been a pretty tough one, and I'm surprised.
I think a lot of people are, but things can change. Cohealy brings them up to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 4. Louder goes in motion. Roll out by Cohealy down the field, and it's going to be batted away. A nice play by Crawford to knock that ball away, intended for Harvey down the field. Harvey was covered up pretty good though.
Yeah, that's it's good that we have a little bit better passing option this year than we've had in the past.
3rd down and 4. Harvey split out this time to the left. Throwing the screen pass out to him. He goes to a knee to make the catch, and that'll lose a yard. It was a low throw. Harvey had to go down to pick it up, and when he did, his knee touched the surface.
Yeah, it looked like it threw a flag. Probably may have punched him in the face after the catch.
Who punched who?
Harvey.
Okay.
Well, it looked like Harvey may have given that cover man a little bit of shove. He wasn't very happy.
And that happened after the penalty. So it'll still be 4th down, and then instead of being 4th and about 7 or 6, it'll be 4th and a truckload.
Well, guys, it looked like Harvey to take that catch, and then he got hit right as he caught it, and then kind of shoved the opposing player, and I think that's what the official saw.
All right, thank you, Justin. Ball now at the 41-yard line. The other 41-yard line. And Cohealy wanted to run it near side. Cuts back in the middle. Escaped for a minute. Looked like he had some room to the near side, but stopped and cut. And he'll gain up to about the 46-yard line, 45-yard line. And the ball will turn over on downs after that play. Hey, the last couple of punts have been about 13 and 7 yards. So
right, why not go for it?
1st down and 10 for the Jam.
I'm not sure. Wasn't expecting this.
So now Bowie will take over at the Howe 46-yard line with 11:39. And this is now Price at quarterback. And hands off to the first man through, which I believe was Skinner, and nothing doing there, no gain. It is not Skinner.
Andrew Griffin and a host of Bulldogs in on the stop.
It was Jay Rogers on the gain there, and now he checks out, and it'll be A.J. Craddock. 2nd down and 10 coming up after the no gain. Now Price, and Wallace's day is done apparently, as Price now running the offense. And he is going to fake the hand and finally give it. It could have been a fumble in there, but he gave it to A.J. Craddock, who just checked into the game. And rolling over the right side, stuck the ball in his gut, and they were just riding it together for a while.
Right.
And then finally Craddock took it, but no gain, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Bill Moreau was in on the stop.
There's going to be a lot of gut check time this week in Howe Bulldog land. I can guarantee it. But again, this is one of those games that it would not be like this at all had Howe not gotten their own way.
Right.
And that is a fact. It is not so much Bowie as it's been Howe, and I don't mean any disrespect for Bowie. And here's Price throwing it down the field. And that one falls incomplete. It'll be fourth down for Bowie.
Yeah, Price was scrambling, had the face full of Cameron Blesseye as he got that pass off.
How's the scores coming along throughout Texoma land?
We got
Bowie's getting ready to punt. Ryland Dorman will boom it away to Andrew Griffin.
We got a flag on the play. I'm not sure why. Tom Bean, S&S on top of Tom Bean, 21-14. Whitesboro on top of Aubrey, 20-7. Pottsboro behind Gunner, 19-0. Callisburg losing to Anna, 20-6. Van Alstyne on top of Bonham, 35-14. Munster on top of Pilot Point, 35-0. Collinsville on top of 35-21.
Collinsville scoring them points. Here is a punt by Dorman, left-footed punter, wobbly kick, going to bounce at the 26-yard line, and it's going to be recovered by Bowie. Bowie's saying it went off a Howe player, and the officials say otherwise, as Howe will take over at the 26-yard line. The coaches next to me in the next room were about to fall all over themselves. They thought that was a fumble.
Right, man, he didn't touch it. Let's see here. Caddo Mills on top of Edgewood, 27-14. Coppell beating McKinney Boyd, 20-17. McKinney High School beating Keller High School, 17-7.
9:53 in the fourth quarter. Ooh, I had to change that, haven't I? And the first is going to be a handoff left side. And I believe is that first down near the 40-yard line.
And I'm sorry, I was watching Clay Marshall push his man back to about the 20, maybe the 15. Dalton Davis made the stop for Bowie.
Riggs 13 yards on the carry, by far his longest of the night. He's had a carry of 6, a carry of 7, a carry of -2, and now 13. First down and 10, left to right after that big run. Cohealy in the gun, one man in the backfield. Now Riggs goes in motion, and Cohealy wants to throw. Over the middle, it's caught by Porter, the tight end. Good for 8 yards, near midfield at the 48-yard line.
Good pass protection by the Bulldog up front. Juan Mars made the stop for Bowie.
They're actually going to spot it at the 47-yard line. So 8 yards for Porter as he is, it's his third catch of the night. Second down and 1. Cohealy toss, near side. Riggs has a seam for a moment and tipped the 4-yard line in Bowie territory.
Matthew Wallace made the stop. Jacob Howe was leading the way for Mason Riggs.
Riggs has 20 yards in his last 2 carries, first and 10. He and Griffin in the backfield, along with Cohealy in the pistol. Low snap, and Riggs trying to find the far end zone, far corner rather, and he's going to be swarmed and brought down after about a 2 or 3 yard loss back near midfield.
Ryland Dorman made the initial contact for Bowie.
-4 for Riggs on the carry. And now a second down and long cut up of about 12 yards.
Second down and 12.
Chase Barnett coming to the line of scrimmage as the wing back. Cohealy, handoff. Griffin, big hole up the middle. And again, he flies forward. Now more flags come in. This ball right now is spotted at the 42-yard line. So let's check everything. It's not been a good night for flags and Howe Bulldogs. Those two combinations have not really gone well tonight. And it is against Howe.
conduct is a call against the
Unsportsmanlike conduct, face mask against Howe. And that'll back it up on the other side of midfield. And so goes the tune of the night. From 142-yard line to the other 44.
After the penalty makes it second down and 20.
7 minutes and 54 seconds left on the clock. It's going to be a long ride home, Stephen. 7:52. Kohili wants it, gets it, rolls out right side, looking down the field, throws it on the run, looking for Porter. It was knocked away. Porter wanted a flag, but a pretty nice play over the middle by Joey Crawford to knock that ball away, and it'll be fourth down.
You know, great blocking on this right side by Jaron Ing and Jacob Howe.
And it'll be punt time for Howe, and Cheatham again will stand at about his own 31-yard line. Right-footed punter, very tall individual. 6'3", 170, the punter. 4th and 20 to be exact. And this one's going to be a high wobbly kick near and out of bounds at the 32-yard line. And we'll see where they, those officials out of bounds and just walk and just walk and just walk. As a punter, I hated that. So they'll stop walking at the 38-yard line.
38-yard line, first down and 10 for the Jackrabbits.
That's one of them punts. You just when he goes out of bounds, they walk for miles.
First and 10 for Bowie. Again, Price in at quarterback. Skinner in the backfield. Matthew Wallace, who had 4 touchdowns tonight, is done. Price is a great athlete, however, and he's at quarterback, and he'll fake the hand to the near side, hand it to Skinner right up the middle, and a big loss right there by the Howe Bulldogs. They had swarmed Skinner, and that's going to be a loss of about 3. Forward progress will take him 35-yard line.
J.C. Heppenstall made initial contact. Cameron Blesseye come in and finished him off.
Second down and 13 with 7:15 and rolling. And it almost can't roll fast enough.
Right. Big congratulations to Mike and Tim as they both graduated from their military.
Great young men. Price on a bad snap tries to pick it up, and now he just goes to a knee. And another loss back to the 31-yard line.
You guys can hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Hey, I just piggyback on what you were saying, Monty. You're right as far as everybody's attitude over here. I think they're not giving up, but you can tell it's just kind of, let's just get this game over with and get into next week.
Yeah, it's going to be a difficult week at practice, I would think. A lot of things to. You know what? I wouldn't want to be at film in the morning at 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock or whenever it is. It might be 5. It might be off the bus.
That's right.
I would not want to be in that film session.
I wouldn't either.
6:13 and rolling, and now the officials will stop the clock.
And guys, things don't get easier next week. They play Munster. Munster's a quality 2A team, so it's going to be good.
Yeah, you're right. Munster is a really good football team, and you surely don't want to be staring at 0-3. That hasn't happened in a long time in Howe land. But it appears that they will be 0-2 for the first time in a long time. That ball goes back to the 26-yard line after the penalty against Bowie. Here's a trap play up the middle. Skinner fights through to about the 30. You can see that big old pulling guard coming right across.
You could.
And he was on a mission.
Andrew Griffin in on a stop.
Ball at the 30-yard line. It's fourth down and 23 for Bowie, so they'll try to punt this one away with Ryland Dorman. Andrew Griffin will try to return it as he stands at the 41-yard line. Dorman, a left-footed punter, waits for it. It bounces to him. He grabs it, picks it up, punts it away. A wobbly kick, bounces at the 43. heads out of bounds, and there's some contact over here on the near side, as it looked like Caden Harmon and one of the Bowie defenders had a hit on each other. It happened out of the corner of my eye, but
they had a beat. I was watching Andrew, I believe it looks like it's number 88.
There was some traffic.
Chandler Allison for Bowie.
There was definitely some traffic right there. So the punt will go out of bounds at the 37-yard line. A decent crowd from Howe showed up tonight. It's very scattered on the far side. I know it's a long drive, but you'd love to see some more black and white in the stands tonight. Double wing set, one man in the backfield, Griffin. And Cohealy's going to get the fake to Griffin, throw it deep down the field, and right over Mason Riggs, who never saw it. He was looking back, but perhaps the ball got caught in the lights or something.
Yeah, it looked like he had his man beat.
So it falls incomplete, bring it down to 10. Attempt for Kirby Cohealy tonight. Shattering last year's record.
For the entire year, that is.
Second down and 10. Cohealy sends Riggs in motion. And this will be Griffin up the middle. And he'll gallop to about the 44-yard line.
Zane Bell in on the stop for Bowie. Jaron Hing, Clay Marshall, and Chase Harvey were leading the way for Andrew just a few minutes ago.
Griffin, 64 yards by my count, 13 carries. Riggs goes in motion, and Cohealy's going to keep it around the right edge, and he bangs over a defender close to a first down. He lowered his left shoulder and just ran into the defender, who's not real quick to get up. And that's going to be Oscar Marino, who just took a beating from Cohealy right there.
He did. Look, he was slow getting up.
And that's a freshman lowering his shoulder.
You're right. That's a big freshman.
Yeah, he's a freshman. He's only going to get bigger.
And faster and stronger. First and 10, 4:19 on the clock. Man in motion is Riggs. Cohealy's going to keep it again around the left side. Same play. And this time he has another first down up to the 42-yard line.
Great blocking by Jaron Hing. Juan Mars made the stop for Bowie.
So 11 for Cohealy. I heard you for a moment, Justin.
Yeah.
You're a long way across the field. First down and 10. And Cohealy hands off to Austin Lee this time around the left edge. He breaks 2 tackles. 3 tackles on his way to the 31-yard line. We'll call it a 9-yard gain.
Christian Sanchez made the stop.
Putting on my color commentator hat here, if you're looking at some silver lining here, they've had some success running in between the tackles, throwing the ball down the seams there to Porter. So there's some good things that they can look at in this film session tomorrow.
That is true. On to it. Second and inside. Looks down, throws it on the run, over the head and incomplete. Chase Barnett. Barnett not nearly as tall as Ty Harvey. And that one he couldn't go up and reach. It'll be third down.
Yeah, good coverage by Joey Crawford.
So third and short. It's a nice cool evening out there. The door just opened and we got a breeze and that feels pretty good.
Yeah, feels pretty good for the 1st of September.
Moreau goes in motion. Austin Lee again, and another first down for Howe. As he'll go up to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, this Bulldog front, Parker Blount, Clay Marshall, and Dillard, those guys do a good job up front.
It's very good for a Bulldog first down.
It's starting to get a little strange when you see you're watching some of these kids you knew when they were young playing Pee-wee baseball and stuff. Parker Blunt, a really good pitcher. And I remember him when he was very, very young, and here he is, a varsity center. First down and 10, left to right. Man in motion is Riggs, handoff right side, and that is Austin Lee again for about 4 yards to the 23-yard line.
And again, Jacob Howe, he's he's throwing downfield blocks. Jaron Ing throwing blocks up there, pushing his guys to the outside.
Second down and 6 coming up, and this is one of those games that we're at the 2:28 mark, and we're almost over with this thing. But Justin's right down there. There are some things that you can pick out of this game that has gone well. Unfortunately, more things have gone bad. And here's Lee up the middle, and there's one thing you'd like to see. Another cat who can run the ball, and he crosses another first down to about the 13-yard line. About a 10-yard run for Lee, as he now has carries of 9, 4, 4, and 10.
Great block by Mason Riggs to open that hole.
If Austin Lee can carry some of the load on offense, you can let Andrew Griffin unload on defense.
Right.
Lee now still at fullback. Riggs at the wing. Cohealy will hand off to Austin Lee around the right edge. This time he's trapped behind the line of scrimmage by Skinner. He actually will gain a yard.
And Monty. I'm sorry, Monty.
Go ahead.
Riggs and Lee and Griffin, they're all kind of the same kind of back. They're kind of low tackles.
Absolutely. They are. They are kind of, especially Lee and Griffin. They're very similar stature and they run low to the ground.
And neither one of them are afraid to run over you.
Second down and 9. 1:10 left to go in the game. Riggs in motion. And this is going to be Lee again, right up the middle, fighting his way towards the 5-yard line. It'll be down to 6. So at this point, you'd like the Austin Lee touchdown, wouldn't you?
Yes, you would. Again, your offensive line, Chase Harvey downfield, making blocks. Jaron Ing downfield making blocks.
Yeah, I think
there's good things there. It's just,
I think this is going to be the last play of the night. 39 seconds on the clock. 3rd and 3. Man in motion is Riggs. Handoff Austin Lee, left side, barreling, fighting. Is he in? Is he in? No signal from the officials. And now, I guess never saw an official raise his arms, but I guess it's touchdown time in Texas.
This one right here raised his arms. I think the ball may have hit the turf and bounced a couple of times.
So they're going to spot it for the PAT. And a man is down. And I'm not sure if that's, we'll have to check and see. I don't want to speculate. Maybe Justin's got to look at it.
Trying to take a look here.
So Callie Vick is going to attempt to put through the 14th point. Again, the first points by a female was scored earlier in the game.
Guys, that's Austin Lee, running back, number 34.
And we hate to see that. Lee did such a tremendous job on that drive. But he is walking off, now running off, and it looks like he'll be fine.
Maybe just took a little stinger there, maybe.
So now there's 27 seconds on the clock. Callie Vick trying to bank through the 14th point. Cohealy puts it on the tee. The kick is up. The kick is long. The kick is good. 37-14 as Callie of the night. We're going to take a quick timeout. Real quick. We'll be right back.
Alexa, turn to HGTV.
Tuning to HGTV on Dish. This is Fixer Upper.
It may be a gadget, but it sure is fun. You can change channels and search movie titles easier than ever with Alexa. The best part? It's free from Cavender Home Theater. Alexa, why wouldn't everybody have Dish from Cavender's?
I don't know that one.
Don't be left out. Call Cavender Home Theater today or go to CavenderTV.com.
Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic in Howe for half-price shakes after 8 and open until midnight. Home games only.
Where you get great food and big smiles, and a little message for our Howe Bulldog football players. Go Bulldogs, fight Bulldogs, win, win, win. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
I'm attorney Micah Belden.
Sorry, Micah, we're coming back. 37-14, as this one is almost in the books. And this one you might want to burn the books. 37-14, and it's not been good for Howe. Although Howe is a very comparable team, but not when you fumble that many times and give it straight to the Bowie Jackrabbit. Here's an onside kick, and taking a pop is one of the Howe Bulldogs, but Howe says they have the football. And the officials, I believe, says they have the football.
Yep, Howe come up with the ball.
Howe did come up with it, and it is going to be Kirby Cohealy who recovered his own kick and took a pop.
Looked like that ball may have come off Oscar Marino.
So 26 seconds left on the clock, and Howe's going to hit a couple of times. Ball at midfield. Chase Barnett comes near side. Split out wide to the right. Cohealy in the gun. Andrew Griffin back in the game. Moreau goes in motion. Handoff Griffin, right side. Shoestring tackle at the 47-yard line. Gain of 3. 18 seconds, 17 seconds. 67th yard for Andrew Griffin on 14 plays, and that's going to be the final play of the game. 37-14. Right home tonight. The Howe Bulldogs are going to lick their wounds and get ready for next week, because it's going to be a dogfight against Munster over in Cook County.
Yeah.
As the teams line up and they shake hands. And Michael, let's talk about this one just a little bit. And we will not have an interview from Coach Hudson, and we will not have interviews from players tonight, as the real strange, eerie orange moon creeps up over the horizon there, over the trees. And that's what kind of night it's been, one of those creepy, eerie moon type of nights.
Yeah, you know, it has. They costly penalty.
I'll give it to Bowie. They did capitalize on everything Howe gave them. Every chance they had, they took advantage of. And what can you say about Matthew Wallace, who just scrambled and scrambled and scrambled for many, 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 many yards and many touchdowns. Let's listen to the Howe fight song. A very dejected Howe Bulldogs bunch slumps their shoulders, goes over to talk to Coach Hudson, who takes a knee. And this is going to be a very serious, heart-searching visit from Coach. And you can imagine during the week there will be some soul-searching going on between a lot of these players, because they were not expected to be 0-2 at this point. This team was expected to win tonight, and it did not happen, and we all know why it didn't happen. It wasn't because Bowie came in here and slammed the door on Howe. It was because of costly turnovers and costly penalties. And the good thing about that, those can be fixed.
Yeah, they have a lot that went right. They had more that went wrong, and that can be fixed. That'll be, and Coach Hudson will address that. We'll start again next Friday.
Justin White probably making his way up here as he is over there on the field. Justin, as you're walking back over, maybe we can hear you a little bit better now that you're not 4 miles away on the other side. Give us your recap of this game and give us your synopsis.
Guys, I think it's the same, like you were saying, is that every opportunity, every mistake that Howe made, Bowie was able to capitalize. And I was thinking about this on my drive up here, is Bowie was not going to be a pushover game by any means. They went to the playoffs last year. They got in the playoffs the last 2 years, made it to the second round. We're returning several starters, at least from their defensive side. We saw Wallace from the quarterback. The offense really really focused on him, and he was able to get it to his playmakers to make some key plays himself. This game, I don't know if maybe Bowie or Howe came in here just underestimated. I wouldn't think so. I would think that Coach Hudson had them prepared, but just from the beginning, they kind of came in here and kind of punched Howe in the mouth and just kept on coming at him, and Howe just never been able to recover.
Well, the bad part is that Howe kind of punched Howe in the mouth a little bit tonight, too, and that can't happen going forward. And like we said, the good thing about that, those things can be fixed. And if you're a Howe Bulldog fan, certainly like Michael and I are, guys, rally around the troops, so to speak. And probably next week's going to be as tough a challenge as they've met. Obviously Gunner. You don't even really think about that because Gunner's so good, but Munster's going to be a formidable foe, and if you can go in there and punch Munster in the mouth and make a statement, then you start feeling pretty good about yourself again.
They'll regroup. These guys, they always come back. The heart is there. They never quit. They never stop. They never shut down, and that has a lot to do with Coach Hudson and his coaching staff. And these guys will come back. They'll come back. They'll fight hard this week. We'll see a different team next Friday.
Well, we've had fun tonight, despite the outcome and despite the ugliness that happened on the field. It's always fun to get to bring everybody Howe Bulldogs football, and we've got a long ride home tonight. And it's gonna. I may have to stop and eat and drown my sorrows in some stolen sausage somewhere in Munster or something. I don't know how I'm going to get that place open this time of night, but we're going to try. I tell you what, it's been fun though, and
it has.
And we'll be back next week. We'll be back over at Munster, and we'll bring you all the action there. And for everyone who's been a part of this one, including Justin White, Stephen Braswell, and Michael Mosier, Dinkenstater.
That's right. That's right.
I'm Monty Walker. We'll see you next week.
This has been a Grayson Publishing presentation.
Barrels over a defender into the end zone. It's touchdown time in Texas.
Howe Bulldogs football has been brought to you by Cavender Home Theater, Sonic of Howe, Scoggins Funeral Home, Kiri's Coffee Company.
The Bulldog fans are on their feet. Both sides at full throat. 4th and 2.
Howe Bulldog football is also brought to you in part by Buck Snort Barbecue, Abby's Restaurant, Attorney Micah Belden, and the Howe Athletic Booster Club.